नमस्कार. हांव पुरुषोत्तम वेल्लेकर. पिनाकल डिस्कशन ग्रुपाच्या वतीन आजच्या ह्या डिस्कशन सेशनाक हाजीर आशिल्ल्या सगळ्या मानेस्तांचे तशेंच सगळ्या पार्टिसिपंट्साचे आणि वांगड्यांचे येवकार सगळ्या वांगड्यांक येवकार दिता. निसर्ग निसर्ग आणि मनीस हेच्या भितर संघर्ष वो आदीम काळासावन जेन्ना पासून मनशाची उत्क्रांती जाली, मनीस जेन्ना एग्रीकल्चरान आयलो तेन्ना साकून आमकां दिसता की मनीस आनी निसर्ग हांच्या भितर संघर्ष हो आसात. हो संघर्ष केन्ना केन्ना पेटला, केन्ना केन्ना निवला, पूण संघर्शांतल्यान आजुनी मनशाकूय जैत मेळ्ळा अशें आमी म्हणू शकना आनी निसर्गूय ह्या संघर्शाचेर जिखला अशें म्हणपाची आजुनी तरी कापस्ताद आमचे कडेन ना. आणि आताच्या विज्ञानाच्या युगान, तंत्रगिन्यानाच्या युगान जेन्ना डेव्हलपमेंट, विकास हीच एक गजाल आमी मतीन दवरून वावुरता आणि त्या प्रमाणे मुखार वता तेन्ना हो संघर्ष आनीक पेटला आणि संघर्श तेंगशेर पावला अशें आमकां पावला कणकणी जाणवता. तर ह्याच फाटभुंयेचेर ओके, सो ऑन दीस बॅकग्राउंड टुडे वी आर हियर और वी हॅव मेट ऑनलायन on this platform to discuss about the topic which is burning in Goa, that is the infrastructural projects which are uh, planned to planned in Mole. So मोळे ह्या वाठारान येवपी 3 महत्वाचे इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्ट्स, एक म्हळ्यार दक्षिण पश्चिम रेल्वेचे डबल ट्रॅकिंग, दुसरे नॅशनल हायवे 4B चे चौपदरीकरण आणि तिसरे म्हणटा तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, हाय टेन्शन इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लायन जी मोले वायल्ड लायफ सेंच्युरीच्यान येवपाची आसा. ह्या 3 इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चराच्या बाबतींत डिस्कस करपाक आमी हांगा जमल्या. आमी लक्षांत दवरुया की हे
सर तुमचा आवाज कट जाता पुरुषोत्तम सर.
या मिटिंगेची सूत्र आमी
सर
हे प्रत्येकाक
पुरुषोत्तम सर तुमचा आवाज कट जाता. और एम आय द ओनली वन who's facing the issue?
Yeah, the voice is cutting.
Your voice is
Yeah.
breaking up.
The last 1 minute we did not hear, sir.
I think someone should text us because we are probably not audible.
Hello.
Madam, put the video off. Put your front camera off. Now then everything will be short. Sir, continue.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, continue with your talk.
आता दुसरीकडे आला येता आवाज?
Yes.
हो येता क्लिअर.
ओके. तर आजचे डिस्कशन आम्ही फक्त मोले भगवान महावीर वायल्ड लायफ सेंच्युरी, मोले नॅशनल पार्क ह्याच वाठारापुरते मर्यादित दवरुया. हांव म्हणटालो की जरी हो निसर्ग आणि मनशाचो संघर्श हेच्या मदलो व्हडलो टॉपिक आसलो तरी सुद्धा सिन्स अवर डिस्कशन इज रिलेटेड टू मोले, वी विल रेस्ट्रिक्ट इट ओनली टू मोले. आणि मोले वाठारान हेचो पॉझिटिव्ह इफेक्ट किंवा नेगेटिव्ह इफेक्ट जो कितें आसतलो त्याच्या बाबतींतूच आमी आज डिस्कशन करूया. आजच्या डिस्कशना खातीर आमकां लाभला भोवमानिस्त प्रजलबाब साखरदांडे जे धेंपे महाविद्यालयात हिस्ट्री ह्या विशयाचे शिक्षक आसात. ते एक नावाजिल्ले हिस्टोरियन, तशेंच हेरिटेज एक्टिविस्ट, म्हादई बचाव अभियान, मोले सेव्ह गोवा कॅम्पेन, सेव्ह म्हादय, प्रोग्रेसिव्ह फ्रंट ऑफ गोवा अशा जायत्या एक्टिविटीनी त्यांचो भाग आसा. तशेंच दुसरे मानिस्त आमकां लाभल्यात बाय शेरी फेर्नांडीस, जे जर्नलिझम स्टुडंट आनी एनवायरमेंटल एक्टिविस्ट आसा. तिसरे मानिस्त आमकां लाभल्यात सर शरदचंद्र खांडेपारकर, जे आसात रिटायर्ड हेडमास्टर, कायद्याचे ग्रॅज्युएट, तशेंच सेव्ह मोले ह्या मुवमेंटाचे ते एक्टिव्ह कार्यकर्ते आसात. त्या भायर तांची फामाद कविता लाचार गोंयकार लाचार मोलेकार ही मोले ह्या विशयाचेर आदारिल्ली खूब फामाद तेंची कविता आसा. तशेंच वी हॅव इन अवर पॅनल श्री धीरेंद्र ठक्कर, who is partner at Hiralal and Company. This company has offices in Goa, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and many other states of Goa. The Thakkar has been past trustee of Murmuga Port Trust, and he is a fellow at Institute of Chartered Ship Brokers. So I welcome all panelists and discussions with this, and now I request Prajal Sakardande sir to start with his opening remarks.
नमस्कार. पयले सुवातेर हांव पिनेकल ह्या यूथ ऑर्गनायझेशनाचे कौतुक करता, तोखणाय करता, कारण आमकां ह्या संघर्षान, मोलेच्या संघर्षान, we require the participation of youth, and I'm very happy that youth such as Ramrai, then Norman, and Purushottam and others are there being vocal about this issue. In my opinion, this is a very serious issue. The issue concerning Mole. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Yeah. So the UNESCO has declared the Western Ghats in their inscription that they are the 36th biodiversity hotspots in the world. Now, when the declaration has been made by UNESCO that the Western Ghats or the Sahyadris are a biodiversity hotspot, we have to be very proud of it, and we have to have a sense of pride in this. Although the Goa part is yet to be listed, it is on the way to be listed, to be inscribed as a biodiversity hotspot. It is going to be declared soon. The Western Ghats, of which the Bhagwan Mahavir Wildlife Sanctuary and the Mole National Park are part of the Sahyadris or the Western Ghats in the eastern part of Goa and the western part of India. Now, having said this, we have to understand the seriousness of this issue. Pre-linear projects cutting through this natural heritage and natural history of Goa are being planned by the central and the state government, which according to me are draconian plans. And we are opposed to it tooth and nail. As it is, we see wanton destruction and desecration of our natural heritage in various parts of Goa, hill cutting, land filling, agricultural land filling, springs are being polluted, and the environment is at stake. In the light of this, We cannot allow our pristine natural heritage of forests, flora and fauna, butterflies, insects, variety of birds which have been listed, has not been found anywhere. Human life, groundwater table, and several aspects of our natural heritage are going to be desecrated with the 3 linear projects. The Dudhsagar waterfall, on which we have met the Kolem villagers, and they are up in arms against the government, because we know that with the double tracking, which is going to pass through Kasarlok, Kolem, the Dudhsagar, which is one of the wonders, natural wonders of Goa, would be reduced to a trickle eventually. And the people of Kolem, whose livelihood is dependent on the Dudhsagar, because they run their jeeps and other vehicles for touristic consumption. And Dudhsagar is their only means of livelihood. Today we are talking in terms of heritage tourism. Today we are talking in terms of water sports tourism. Today we are talking in terms of wildlife tourism, health tourism, and different types of tourism. So, are we prepared to lose our economy, which is now based on tourism? The people of Kolem, we have spoken to them, we have met with them, and they are totally against the double tracking. The double tracking is also not only related to Dudhsagar. When it runs down to South Goa, the heritage houses are going to be destroyed. Now, we cannot allow our natural heritage wonders such as the Molle Forest, the National Park, the Wildlife Sanctuary, our flora, our fauna, our Dudhsagar, our heritage houses to be reduced to dust. We cannot lose them. Our posterity needs them. We have to keep it alive for our future generations. When we reach Molle, we get a beautiful, the feeling. The feeling is, you are in a pristine jungle, a forest, very cool atmosphere, and it is completely the beauty, the vegetation. So all that will be gone. We attended the meeting on the 19th of September called by the minister vis-a-vis the Tanmar transmission line of the Vedanta. The engineer lied through his teeth and told the gathering there, that no single tree has been chopped. In fact, a few days earlier, with the Progressive Front of Goa, we went there, we met with the villagers of Sangod and Palaskata, and we took the villagers to the site of the Tanmar transmission line, and we were aghast to see the wanton destruction of the trees. A large number of trees have been felled and they were piled up there. In fact, the entire area where the transmission line is supposed to come, which is called Devshet, was completely desecrated. And here we had the engineer from the Tanmar transmission line company that the single tree has not been cut, he said. Similarly, we find that when we met the Kolem villagers, I have told you about the Dudhsagar, and all aspects of wildlife and all aspects of natural heritage is at stake. Are we going to destroy our Goa? Goa is known the world over, an international tourist destination. People come here to enjoy its natural heritage, natural beauty, its natural environment. Dudhsagar. So many foreign tourists come to see the Dudhsagar. So we are going to destroy all that in the name of, there are alternatives for all this. There are solutions for all this. There is solar power. There are so many solutions to this. We need not have these projects passing through the wildlife sanctuary, through the Molle National Park, and through the Dudhsagar, vicinity of the Dudhsagar. So we cannot have this destruction of our Goa. we are totally opposed to this, because our natural heritage, Goa is so beautiful. And if we are going to allow hill cutting, Goa will be finished. Our coconut trees are at stake, our rivers, everything is under stress, under threat. And we as Goans or people living in Goa cannot allow this to happen. The transmission line and the double tracking and the national highway, they are going to destroy our heritage. And my open, clear submission is, we should not have these three projects. And immediately the central government and the state government, we have done many andolans against it and will continue with our andolans. We want the participation of a large number of youth. All of you should come and let us unitedly in one voice oppose these three projects and get them scrapped, like we have done the 18 SEZs earlier proposed for Goa and the regional plan of 2011. Let us stay united and let us save our Goa's natural heritage. Dev bare karo.
थँक्यू प्रज्वल सर, तुमच्या तुम्ही आमच्याकडे पावयला या माहिती खातीर. आम्ही परत येऊ या मुद्द्याकडे, पण त्याच्या पयलीं आमचे फुडले पॅनलिस्ट आसा बाय शेरी फेर्नांडीस. सो आय रिक्वेस्ट शेरी फेर्नांडीस to kindly put her opening remarks.
Hi. So firstly, I want to really thank you for letting me be a part of this. I can say that as a 21-year-old, I'm really disappointed, and more importantly, I do not trust the government now, because there have been so many reasons given out to us where, it's so difficult to trust anything that the government says today. Right from numbers, like Mr. Cabral, he has been giving us all kinds of numbers which do not really make sense. And so many of the documents are not really out in the public domain. It's just so difficult to actually sit and try to understand and believe what our government is telling us today, because even if you practice dissent, you're either arrested for it, you're not allowed to speak up. I find it really hard to believe any of this is happening, because I have spent many years traveling to Mole and trekking in Mole and visiting the forest there. And I think when I say this, I think I say this on behalf of a lot of youngsters as well, that, we are your voters in the future. We are the ones who are going to be voting for you, and we're going to remember all of this in 2022. Because, like right now, even a few days back, when Sir Nilesh Cabral said that he's going to release a white paper, he has not released it in public domain. He has not put our documents in front of us for us to scrutinize, for us to read, for us to see. And it is just so disappointing that all these three projects that are going to be cleared, I want to know, for who is this? Who is this going to benefit? How does a substation benefit the people over there? How are these three transmission lines going to benefit Goa? Because he has been continuously saying that, Goa needs Goa consumes a lot of electricity, but then show us who consumes more electricity? Is it the industries? Is it the residential areas? So I want to know, at least I hope to know from now, is that how is Goa going to benefit from all of these three projects that they have planned for us? And all these three projects are not participatory at all. You will not find so much of the public is not taken into consideration. People were not even aware about the clearances that were given to them. The people in Mole were not aware about these clearances, hence they could not even apply against, they could not appeal against these clearances over there, which is actually a right for us. It is a right to know. It violates our right to know, because we did not even know these clearances were happening, and hence we could not even protest against it before that. And all of this happened during the lockdown, a time where people were already so troubled by what's happening because of the pandemic and stuff, and all of this suddenly took place during the lockdown. The finalization, the clearances were granted. And let's not even talk about how Sterlite was given police protection way before, in February, before the projects could be cleared in April. So as a youngster, I think it's very disappointing to see where the government has reached today, where people are not respected, where we are not heard, where we're not given a chance to even talk about it. So that's what I wanted to mostly say right now, is that It's very disappointing. It's very difficult to even trust anything that the government is telling us today. And I think we need to be very, very careful about what information we even take up from them henceforth. That's it.
Well, thank you, Sherry, for putting up your view as a student and as a youngster. Okay, we will definitely discuss about these points. And now I request Sharashchandra sir. Hello.
Yes.
Sharashchandra sir, तुमच्याकडे मागता
Yeah.
शरदचंद्र सर, तुम्ही तुमचे मुद्दे मांडचे.
Yeah. Namaskar. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're
Yes,
audible.
sir. Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Let me thank Pinnacle Club first. I have been given an opportunity. That's why I am thankful, very much thankful. Mostly, I would like to deliberate the things in Kokani because I want most of the people from Goa to know the real facts, what precarious thing Moalem people are suffering and they are going to face. See, I am a resident of Moalem, born here. ल्हानाचो व्हड हांगाच जाला आनी खंय वायल्ड लायफ सँक्च्युरी डिक्लेअर करता आसतना सुरवातीक पासून ते आतां पर्यंत कितें डेव्हलपमेंट जायत गेला ते हांवें प्रॅक्टिकली दोळ्यांनी पळयल्ली आसा. लोकांचो उदरनिर्वाह ह्या हायवेचेरूच आसा. हांव सांगता काही वर्सां पयलीं म्हणजे 2010 जेन्ना सुरवातीक हो हायवे गुगल हेजेर मॅपा वयल्यान तो फायनलायज जाल्लो की सर्वे करून वायडनींग करपाचें, तेन्ना आमी ग्रामसभेंतल्यान एक ठराव मांडून धाडून दिल्लो नॅशनल हायवे ऑथॉरिटीक की हो रस्तो चड रूंद नाका आनी हे रिपिटेशन आमी थ्रू पंचायत धाडिल्लें आसा. आनी आमचे कडेन आतां पासून जी कडेन मागणी अशी आसा की बाबा हो रस्तो करता आसतना आमकां विश्वासान घेतल्या शिवाय तुमी रूंद करूं नाका, कारण आमचे पोट वतले. हांगा मोल्या समाज 100-150 लोक आसा आनी जस्ट इन स्पॅन ऑफ 1 किलोमिटर आनी हो आसा तो बफर झोन जाता वायल्ड लायफाक तेकून आसा म्हणटूच. आनी दुसरें आतां एक प्रॅक्टिकली ग्राउंड रियलिटी सांगता. आतां एट प्रेझेंट जो हायवे केला कर्नाटका बॉर्डरीचेर पळयात, कर्नाटका भागात जो आतां एक्च्युअली जो केला इट इज नॉट मोर दॅन 14 मिटर्स. 14 मिटर पासून रुंद तो रस्तो ना आनी फक्त मोलेम वायल्ड लायफ म्हणजे गोवा हद्दी भितर हांकां 45-60 मिटर रस्तो कित्याक जाय म्हाका समजना. दुसरें पळयात, हो रस्तो हांगा असो हे पद्दतीन जर हाडलो जायत जाल्यार इरिपेरेबल डॅमेजीस आमच्या वायल्ड लायफाक जातली. त्याच बरोबर आमचे मोलेचे लोक आसा थंय आपलो उदरनिर्वाह उगडटले आनी जशी ती जनावरां झाडां पेडां काबार जातली तशे आमचे हे लोक काबार जातले. एक लक्षात घ्या, तो नंदनगांव मोलेच्यान वायल्ड लायफांतल्यान भायर काडटा आसतना तेंच्यांनी एश्युरन्स दिल्ले आमी जॉब दितले म्हणून मोलेकारांक, तेची नंदनकारांक अजून पर्यंत एक जॉब दिवन आनी हायकोर्टान प्रॉमिस केल्लें आसा, थंय जाल्लें ना. आनी हांव ह्या चळवळीन पयलीं पासून आशिल्लो की त्या गांव भायर काडूं नाका, कारण आतां जे फॉरेस्ट एक्ट एक जो हाडला तेतून अशें आसा की हे लोक जे पयलीं जे स्थायीक थंय आशिल्ले वायल्ड लायफ आनी भागान त्या लोकांनी ते रान सांबाळून तांकां भायर काडूं नाका अशें आशिल्लें. तरी भायर काडले आसूं ते काडले जाल्यार यू स्टीक टू दॅट. आतां ती वायल्ड लायफाक आनी डॅमेजीस करूं नाका हे पद्दतीन जावपाक जाय, पूण तें जायना. दुख्ख ते हे दिसता की फाल्यां ते हो वायल्ड लायफा खातीर हे एंटायरली सगळे डॅमेजीस जावपाच्यो आसा. दुसरें दुधसागर वॉटरफॉल जो आसा तो आमी मोल्याचे लोक भरपूर प्रमाणान इफेक्टीव जातलो, कारण मोलेच्या लोकांचे खुबश्योश्यो गोष्टी म्हणजे उदरनिर्वाहा पासून ज्यो थंय झिपी चलता दुधसागर वॉटरफॉलाचेर, तो दुधसागर वॉटरफॉलूच जर फाल्यां ना जालो जाय जाल्यार हे लोकांचें कशें जातलें. आनी लक्षांत दवरात, तेज्या परस चड भयानक गोष्ट म्हणजे द क्वांटम ऑफ द वॉटर दॅट फ्लोज थ्रू दॅट दुधसागर वॉटरफॉल. हे जेन्ना सगळे मशिनरी वापरून जेन्ना हे डॅमेजीस करतले तेन्ना तो सस्टेन करून पावतलो काय कितें डोंगर. कारण एक लक्षात घे, हेजेर म्हाका दिसता मागीर ते एक्सपर्ट आसता सांगतले की जिओलॉजिस्ट आसा पळय कोण आसा पळय तो सांगतलो की हे कितपत आमचे कडेन योग्य जातलें की तो डोंगरूच सबंद कोसळटलो. एक लक्षात घ्या, खानेपारा इल्लेशे केल्ले चोडला घाटान कोसळिल्लें आसा ऑलरेडी ते लँडस्लायड जातले आणि हे सबंद डोंगर कोसळटलो आणि इनफॅक्ट म्हाका दिसता फुड्या खांडेपार रिवर जे आसा पळय ते उदक पासून मेळपाक कठीण जातले अशी परिस्थिती येतली हे जातले दुसऱ्या वॉटरफॉला खातीर. तिसरी गोष्ट आसा हांव मुद्दम सांगता तनमळ प्रोजेक्ट 3 फेज लायन आसा पळय हाडटात ही आपली 440 लायन ट्रान्समिशन लायन हाडून ते सबस्टेशन करूंक सोदता. म्हाका एक समजना हांव एग्जाम्पल मुद्दम सांगता ग्राउंड रियलिटी सांगता. माझ्या घरा कडल्यान 2 किलोमिटराचेर कासावली ते गांवा कडेन आतां फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट एक बायोडायवर्सिटी आणि एक आर्बोटोरियम तयार करता आणि हे जे आतां झाडां कापून जे हे तयार केला तांकां दिल्लें आसा सबस्टेशन करता तलमार कंपनी. इट इज जस्ट 2 किलोमीटर अवे फ्रॉम दॅट. जस्ट सी द कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन्स. एका जाग्यार फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट सरकार थंय आर्बोटोरियम करूंक सोदता, रिप्लांटेशन ऑफ ट्रीज करूंक सोदता, बायोडायवर्सिटीचेर हे करूंक सोदता आणि ताका ते करून 2 किलोमिटराचेर हजारांनी झाडां मारपाक दिता. दिस इज जस्ट फुलिशनेस. काय लक्षात वचना पळय कित्याक करता काय म्हणून. तिसरें आनी दुसरें एक सांगता जर तांकां हे सबस्टेशन करूंकूच जाय आशिल्लें एक वेळ अशें धरून चलुया जाल्यार मोल्यात थंय त्या हे आतां कटींग केल्लें आसा पळय झाडां ताका तेकून एबंडन मायनिंग आसा मायनिंग आसा जातून डेफिनेटली जागो आसा जे बॅरन लँड आसा जाल्लें आसा आतां थंय कित्याक घालूं ना. इतकी झाडां मारून करूं कित्याक हितून इंट्रस्ट कितें आसा कांय समजना. इट इज व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट टू अंडरस्टँड. एके वाटेन सरकार पयलींचे सरकार जे खरें गव्हर्नन्स म्हटल्यार पण कंटिन्यूस जावं जाय वायल्ड लायफ सेंच्युरी खातीर काम करता आणि आतां हे सरकार टोटली आनी लक्षांत घेया हे तिनूय प्रोजेक्ट आयल्या उपरांत 3 कडेन कट ऑफ जातले हे आनी फ्रॅगमेंटेशन जातले ज्या खातीर इको डायवर्सिटी जी आसा पळय आमची
सर बायोडायव्हर्सिटी आणि ह्या मुद्द्याचेर आमी परत येवया. आता हॅलो हे डिस्कशन मुखार व्हरता सर हांव.
ओके
आमच्या बरोबर आसात वी हॅव विथ अस मिस्टर धीरेंद्र ठक्कर. सो आय रिक्वेस्ट Dhirendra Bab to kindly put his views and opinion on the present issue.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Dhirendra sir.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me.
Yes, sir.
You are audible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. I thank Pinnacle to give me this opportunity to talk. My views are only from a logistic angle, and please bear with me. I'm not being insensitive, and it was really great to hear the views of the earlier speakers like Prajal sir, Sherry ma'am, and also Sharat Chandra sir. And definitely, I'm sensitive to their views. And I thought I will just share my little logistics expertise with you. And definitely, I think that just the whole history of of the railway project is more like known to me. The other two projects, of course, I'm not so much into that field. Well, actually, if you go back into history, the Portuguese had the foresight to build the 83 kilometers west of India Portuguese guaranteed railway. It was built by the British engineers for the Portuguese in 1888, and it connected Marmagua port with the country's hinterland to make the Arabian Sea more profitable and in turn to make Goa a trade hub. So over 300 years back, we realized the importance of having connectivity with the rest of India and the whole world. As a logistics player, my eyes are on Marmagua port. It's one of the 12 major ports in India. It's a natural port. Again, it was developed by the Portuguese initially for trading cargoes to different countries. Now, 300 years later, what has happened to Marmagua port? It has become an entry point for all products we Goans require. The fuel requirements of us, such as diesel oil, furnace oil, everything from various refineries comes to Marmagua port. It goes to the petrol pumps and we all fill our cars. Various products which are made in Goa or produced in Goa, like fish products, pharmaceutical products, they are also all exported through this port. So Mormugao port, it employs thousands of Goans, and this port has been doing so. But now what has happened is a declining in traffic because of various reasons. The port is not doing that well. They are talking of reducing the manpower and various other things. What is the problem? The problem with this port this only as a logistics player, I'm saying that it is a very compact port. See, Goa is geographically a small area. So among all the ports in India, Mormugao port, land is the least. It's a very small land. So with the storage port space being so limited, the only way we can handle cargo is by evacuating it fast, by road, rail, or whatever it can be done. So if the cargo which is discharged is immediately dispatched, not kept stored in the port, then we go ahead. That is why in 2010, that time the Minister of Railways had sanctioned this doubling of the existing Hospet, Tenai Vasco Railway. Now from a logistic angle, it could solve Mormugao's lack of storage land, and the evacuation of the cargo. Am I being audible so far?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so actually what has happened is that it could solve, and maybe that much more cargo, 6-7 million tons of cargo could be evacuated. No, there is definitely a lot of emphasis laid on coal, which is a little worry for everybody. But also as a logistic player to say that there are also the finished steel products, granite blocks, containerized cargo, alumina products, all made in India products exported to Europe, USA, Persian Gulf, and it is a matter of pride that these are being handled through Goa port. We already some Goa port is already handling some quantity. It could possibly increase further in case this project is through. There are also the raw materials of iron ore and gypsum. These are required for the local pig iron plant and also for the cement industries of Goa. They are of great importance, these industries, because they do provide employment to the people. The transport of some of these raw materials like imported bauxite, it is going by road. Now here again, if these cargoes go by road from the port, this is going to cause a lot of air pollution. Rail is the most energy efficient mode of transport, and precious foreign exchange will be saved by using rail instead of road because of the reduced fuel consumption after the doubling. For example, ore transport also can use road. So this is, of course, that does not mean that one is not sensitive to the environment and the impact in Mole and what our earlier speakers have said. So because the logistic importance of this project, I feel that the Goa government should come across, sit with and address the concerns of all the environmentalists so that the project can take place. It is of national importance, just like any port, airport, or Navy, Coast Guard is for defense. Same way, this project is logistically important. And the government should definitely address all the concerns of the environmentalists and work a way forward so that this particular project is not stopped, but at the same time, it should not harm the environment. One last point was, of course, even as far as the tourist thing is concerned, Goa is a tourist destination. One of the papers said that the idea being doubling also was that so that more tourist trains, because of the single line constraint, there were not enough tourist trains. With more and more trains, the doubling is supposed to bring more tourists. So that has been one of the highlights of the thing. But ultimately, the government has to now sit and with everybody, address everybody's concerns and move forward. This is my views, and thank you for giving me a chance.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inputs, or I would either say for putting up the other side of the point. Now this is an open question, okay, for the panelists. we see that or now Dhirendra sir has elaborated various benefits this project has supposed to be bringing to Goans and the country as a whole. So, but actually, the point is, who do this project will actually benefit? And this question has been rightly put up in the chat box by Malaika Chawla. So, I request Prajal sir or maybe Sharat Chandra sir to answer it, and then Dhirendra sir can give his comment on it. So, who do we think, or who will actually benefit out of this project? Prajal sir?
Yeah. The actual beneficiaries, I do not think, are the people of Mole, Kolen. They are not the actual beneficiaries. The Goa, I feel, is used as a transit point to. I do not think that our coal requirements are so enormous. It's a transit point, basically to cater to Karnataka, and Goa is a transit point. So we do not want that our Goa's face should be blackened by coal. Yes, there are. I respect the views of Mr. Thakkar, and our governments needs to take a discerning view about the whole thing and come out with a solution which will be beneficial to Goa, because we do not want our Goa to be a coal hub for the benefit of others, and we do not think that we Goans stand to benefit. In fact, it is a destruction of our natural heritage, I feel. But alternate solutions are always possible. We are in the 21st century, and alternate solutions need to be found out to save Goa from the desecration of her natural heritage.
Sharat Chandra sir?
Yeah,
Hello?
I will quote one thing. We cannot have this kind of development or sustainable development by inflicting irreparable loss to ecosystem. From larger perspective, if you see this, and I think Mollem people, as rightly said, we are not going to get any kind of benefit out of this. This is just let me tell you one thing. Widening of highway will not only have a very bad effect on Mollem, but I think they are hiding the other highways. If you want, I can show you one thing of newspapers photo where I will tell you there are some other highways which are in the internal part of Goa. I will tell you. From Mollem, there is going to be another highway. See, NH4 is connecting Panji to Belgaum. But there will be another highway which is going to connect from Mollem, Volcane, Sakwade, Sakri, and through Wampai to Sakri. That is the highway number 17. See, let me tell you why. Then again, you see, there is National Highway 4A. There is one more stretch which will connect Marshall to Savevere to Agurme. So are you going to have only a large network of highways? See, as Mr. Thakkar had said, having that geographical constraints, see our geographical small area, Goa is just of a size of a district of Karnataka. And you are supplying this coal to Karnataka and Maharashtra. Why you want only MPT from Goa? And see, all these jetties of other jetties will be connected through these roads, and these roads are being developed. See, this is the statement given by Mr. Gadkari when he was in Goa. I will tell you the date of that September 8, 2017, and it is figured in the Times of India. And I had shown this to the MLAs of our MLA to see what is this. If we are going to have only highways in Goa, then where will we'll have the land left for us to live and to have other things? So, in the name of logistics or in the name of transportation, are you going to destroy everything? And what people of Goa will get from this? I don't understand. This is ridiculous.
Sir, शरद चंद्र सर तुम्ही उदय तुमच्या ओपनिंग स्टेटमेंटान बायोडायव्हर्सिटी आणि इकॉलॉजी बद्दल कितें तरी सांगताले मोलेच्या. तुमी तो इकॉलॉजी बद्दल परत आमकां मातशें सांगू शकतात?
हय आता पळया मोलेच्या
मोलेचे इकॉलॉजी आनी
हय मोलेची इकॉलॉजी जे आसा पळय म्हाजे कडेन भरपूर प्रमाणात आसा हांगा कळ्ळें. आणि हांगा तुमी जर बारीक पळयशा म्हाका दिसता देर इज वन मोर एक्सपर्ट हू इज गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट दीस म्हणून हांवें तें रेडी करून दवरला. पूण इफ यू वॉन्ट आय कॅन टेल यू द फॉरेस्ट आसा तातूंत मोठ्या प्रमाणात आमचे कडेन आसा कळ्ळें न्ही. ह्या हितून आमचे कडेन फ्लोरा फावना आनी हे जे आसा पळय ह्या एरियेन कळ्ळें न्ही जे आनी खंयच ना. I can tell you, my daughter was doing MSc in botany, and we had visited wildlife so many times. आणि तातूंतले जे उदक जे हाडून आमी बाकीचे एक्झाम्पल आय विल गिव द एक्झाम्पल. एक जे मशरूम आसा पळय न्यू हायब्रीड टायप ऑफ मशरूम आमकां मेळिल्ले आसा ते युनिव्हर्सिटी कडेन रिकॉर्ड आसा कळ्ळें न्ही. ते पब्लीश जावन आपूण जातले कळ्ळें न्ही. सो फ्लोरा फॉना आसा पळय आमचे कडेन ताजे मोठ्या प्रमाणात आसा आमचे कडेन जे भायर आनी खंय ना. आणि तुका एक लक्षात घ्या व्हॉट वी आर काउंटिंग आता फक्त लाईन ट्रान्समिशन हाडटा आसतना लायन हाडटा आसतना रोड वायडनिंग करता आसतना दुसऱ्या डबल ट्रेकिंग करता आसतना आम्ही फक्त कितें मेजता झाडां मेजता. द फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट इज आज ओनली टू काउंट द ट्रीज. व्हॉट अबाउट इकोसिस्टम इकोलॉजी टोपोग्राफी आणि हेका ना कितें उपाय आसा हे उपाय करपाक तयार ना. यू कॅन हॅव ओव्हरपासीस अंडरपासीस अँड टनल्स बाय protecting all these things. Cost वाढतो वाढवून at least we can save our ecosystem. You are damaging the entire ecosystem. Why it's not at all necessary. आणि दुसरे एक सांगता हांवें पळयलें त्या हिसपान ह्या हातून जनावरां कितकीशीच तरेची आसा. म्हाका एक फ्रॅगमेंटेशन जालें पण कितें जातलें आतांच पयलीं कितकेशे एक्सिडेंट जावन घराची कितकीशीच जनावरां मरता. आणि तुम्ही एक कर्नाटकान दुसरी वायल्ड लायफ सेंच्युरी आसा भितर अनवडच्यान खानापुरा वता पळय ते वायल्ड लायफ सेंच्युरी आसा थंय रातचे 6 ते सकाळचे 6 पर्यंत रस्तो बंद दवरता. आणि आमचे कडेन जो आतां रस्तो प्रेझेंट आसा इट इज मोर सफिशियंट आणि वाडोवन ताका आनी डॅमेजीस करपाची गरज ना अशें म्हाका तरी दिसता.
So I'd like to add.
Thank you, sir.
Right?
Please share it.
Yeah, so speaking about wildlife also, I wanted to add about how wildlife is at risk over here. Because like over right here, there is a EIA and biodiversity plan which was been prepared. It is not put in public domain again. So the public has no clue. Till today, the EIA is not being put out in public domain. And till today, the public has no clue about the EIA or what it consists of. And there are also a lot of unstudied effects of the transmission line and how it's going to affect the forest. Because like arboreal mammals, such as the slender loris, which actually live on trees, they need trees to travel basically from one place to another. They will be forced to use transmission lines, which will eventually lead to their deaths due to electrocution, etc. The same thing applies for even bats. These things have not been studied yet. And it's not just these creatures, but there'll be so many other creatures that will be affected by this. Now, even where the EIA is to be taken into consideration, it was not accessible to the public domain is one thing. But the EIA was also not given to the State Wildlife Advisory Board. It was not scrutinized at all. So the decision that was taken to have these projects given clearance is not an informed decision because the EIA was not given to these guys to scrutinize it. Without having the EIA, without knowing what impact these projects are going to have on the forest over here, how could the clearances be given? That will during a period during the lockdown. So the fact here is that even though we're not against development, we are for development, but at whose cost, at what cost? We have been kept in the dark. We have not been told about what the government plans to have been done to Goa, and we expected to just go along with what is happening. So that's what I wanted to add, that there are unstudied effects about how this transmission line, how these projects are going to affect the animals here. The Wildlife Advisory Board was not given the EIA to scrutinize, hence their decision is just based on what? And also the EIA itself is not put into public domain till today, much like other documents like the white paper, etc. That's what I wanted to put ahead.
ह्याच मुद्द्याचेर एक इम्पॉर्टंट अशी गजाल आमकां पार्टिसिपंट्सान विचारिल्ली मेलांतल्यान की दीस इज रिलेटेड टू वॉट शेरी हॅज स्पोकन अबाउट. ओके, जेन्ना आमी लोकशाय म्हणटा तेन्ना लोकांचें राज्य, लोकांची मतां हे आमी गृहीत धरता. पूण जर अशा प्रोजेक्टांनी जर लोकांचें मत लक्षांत घेवत नासतना जेन्ना प्रोजेक्ट लादतात तेन्ना आनी लादता आनी लादल्या उपरांत जेन्ना लोक अशा परिस्थितीचेर विरोध करता, वोकल आसा, सांगता, तरी आसतना जर सरकार नमते घेना, फाटीं सरना, त्या वेळार आनी 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 कितें उपाय आसा अशा परिस्थितीन हे प्रोजेक्टाच्या विरोधान वचपाक किंवा प्रोजेक्ट नाका म्हूण सांगपाक? उपस्थित एक्सपर्टा मदले कोणेय ह्या मुद्द्याचेर आमकां सांगल्यार जाता. Prajal sir maybe is in a better position to tell us this. Prajal sir, hello.
म्हाका दिसता ह्या प्रोजेक्टाचेर गोंयचो आमकां इतिहास सांगता की अनलेस एंड अंटील द होल ऑफ गोवा, द यूथ ऑफ गोवा कम ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स इन लार्ज नंबर्स, ते खंयचेच सक्सेसफुल आंदोलन जायना. सो इन गिरी आमी ते माड कापपाक सोदताले तेन्ना आमी सेव कोकोनट चिपको आंदोलन केलें, स्टुडंट्सांक थंय व्हेलें, व्हडलें आंदोलन केलें, वी स्टॉप द कटिंग ऑफ द कोकोनट ट्रीज. And suddenly, whether it was regional pen 2011, whole of Goa came on the Azad Maidan. Okay, then we did the SEZ, anti-SEZ Andolan. Unless and until we all come together on one platform and unitedly oppose it by coming on the streets, we will not be successful. This is the only upay I feel. The only method is that we have to come in large number. Because amche goal che, we cannot see this destruction of Goa. We are just being used by the center and by the state government. Goa's natural heritage is being compromised. Whether it is our river, Mother River diversion, whether it is our Morne, or आमच्या सगळ्या बाबतीत आमकां दिसता आतां मेळावीचे पयलो सगळे आंदोलन करतात. बिकॉज आमकां IIT जाय, पूण आमकां IIT मेळावली कित्याक जाय? Barren lands आसा, थंय तुमी घालात. Even this जे 3 projects आसा, there are alternatives for that. They did not pass through the Bhagwan Wildlife Sanctuary, Mole National Park, desecrating the natural heritage of the Western Ghats. In the 21st century, we have all kinds of technology. We need not destroy our race. Goa cannot be used as a transit point to feed Karnataka and Maharashtra because Karnataka government gives, Karnataka state provides 28 MPs to the center. Tanso politically they are considered have more clout. They enjoy more clout at the center. We are politically very negligible. Muna amka kon care karna. Our voice is not heard. So unless and until we all come out on the youth, especially the youth, through the pinnacle, I am appealing to the youth. We come out on a large number on the streets. We translate our ideas in action on the street. We will not be successful. And these type of environmentally hazardous and destructive projects should not come in Goa. This is my very honest plea. And
thank बरोबर sir. Sir, पण
I would like to add to this.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, please.
I agree with Mr. Sakradande's view that we should appeal each and every Goan to participate and stop this. But one more thing I would like to have, we have legal option open. I can tell you, see, roughly 5% of India's total land area is protected. And this 5% protected land area enjoys special legal protection against human activity. So taking this protection, see, the case has been already filed against this national highway for the work that is being done in Karnataka, in the Karnataka High Court, Dharwad. Then we can do the same thing here in Goa. That is possible. See, what these people have done. They have, from top level it has been done, they have changed some amendments have been done, which is illegal. And for that, we have to approach Supreme Court or High Court to get the justice done. Because, see, this is a very important thing that we have to do. I think, I am being a law student, I can definitely tell you, see, this can be done. And this is possible. This is possible. We can definitely do that. See, linear intrusion through passes here or in the protected areas like NH4A, and what they have done, 100 kilometer stress, less than 100 kilometer stress can have, they are not going to wait for the environment clearance. This is something nonsense. When you have the protection, when we have protected only 5% of land area, then so why this government is against these wildlife areas? I don't know why they are against these protected areas. Why they want to disturb this? And what they think? You cannot make an earning on this. Wildlife areas, you can use the wildlife tourism can be developed. We can have ecotourism on that. So, the employment can be generated. It is possible. The people from Kollam and Mollem, they are running jeeps to take the tourists to the this thing wildlife area, the Dusagar waterfall, and they are making earnings. And there is one more project I can tell you, which is run by the forest department now in Mollem Wildlife. They are providing bicycles. They are having nature guides there. So this can be given to Mollem Panchayat. Yes, so that the youth from Mollem can work as a nature guides. So the employment can be generated. Why? I don't know. They are just showing some carrot to the things by promising some 12 jobs in that this one substation. And where are the jobs? Where are they have been never given. See, that is why I have said, आम्ही लाचार मोलेकार आमकां मोलेकारांचेर सदांच ही लाचारी हेंचेर आमचे धाडल्या. पयलीं पासून केल्या, लाचार केले गांवांतल्या लोकांक, मोलेचे नंदचे गांवांच्या लोकांक लाचार केले, तांकां गांव सोडपाक लायलो, तांकां थोडेशे पयशे दिले आनी हायकोर्टान प्रॉमिस केले की तांकां जॉब मेळटलो म्हणून. अजून पर्यंत एकट्याकूय जॉब मेळूना. खंय आसा जॉब तर ते? हायकोर्टान प्रॉमिस केले फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंटान, तांकां जॉब एकट्याकूय दिलो ना. आनी हांगा सांगताय जॉब दितले म्हणून.
सर
These are temporary projects. They cannot employ permanent locals here. These are all false promises.
Yeah, that is what I agree with.
प्रज्वल सर आणि शरदचंद्र सर, परत तुमकां इंटरप्ट करता. एक टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन ओके वाचावप. आम्ही खूप फावटी हे जेन्ना मोल्याचे एजिटेशन पळयता, मोल्याच्या फॉरेस्टाच्या डिस्ट्रक्शनाच्या बाबतीत वाचता तेन्ना लोक म्हणटात की दूधसागरा वयले उदक सोंपतले किंवा दूधसागराचेर ताजो गंभीर परिणाम जातलो. तर आता ह्या उपस्थित मिटिंगेन कोणी सांगू शकत की सपोज जर डबल ट्रॅकिंग जाले किंवा 4 लेनची हायवे जाली जाल्यार ताजो डायरेक्ट इफेक्ट दूधसागराच्या वॉटर कंटेंटाचेर किंवा त्या वॉटरफॉलाचेर कसो जातलो?
दूधसागर वॉटरफॉला बाबतीत हांव एक सांगू शकता, कित्याक हांवें मातशें भितर पळयलें पळय एक्झॅक्टली कितें जातलें. दूधसागर एक्झॅक्टली जो व्हांवता पळय थंय त्या भागात टर्न आसा, कळ्ळें न्ही, कर्व जे आसा ते स्ट्रेट ट्रेन येवपा खातीर डबल ट्रॅकिंग करता आसतना देर वील बी लॉट ऑफ डॅमेजीस. आनी एक लक्षांत दवरात, जेन्ना ते मशिनरी घालून एक लक्षांत घेवपाचें, पोर्तुगीज टायमार टनल्स जे केल्ले इट वॉज डन मॅन्युअली आणि आता ते मशिनरीज वापरतले. दॅट वील डॅमेज द एंटायर हिल. सबंद डोंगर आसा पळय तो हालून उडयतले. आनी लक्षांत घेयात, ते जे क्वांटिटी द क्वांटम ऑफ द वॉटर दॅट वील कम डावन दॅट वील डिस्ट्रॉय द एंटायर दूधसागर वॉटरफॉल. तांकां दिसून. आनी एक लक्षांत, दूधसागर वॉटरफॉल तो एक प्रॉब्लेम आसा. And from Kollam to Kesala, with wildlife sanctuary itself, there are 46 culverts. And ते 46 culvert पोर्तुगीज टायमार केल्ले आसा. आता आनी 46 culvert तयार करपाक जाय बांदपाक. सो देर वील बी अ लॉट ऑफ डॅमेजीस. ते सांगता तशें ना गोष्टी, हे बाकी कडेन करता पळय तशें हांगा इजिली करपाक शक्य ना.
आणि ग्राउंड वॉटर टेबल आसा पळय ते डिप्लीट जातले बिकॉज इट हॅज स्पायरलिंग इम्पॅक्ट. वी कॅनॉट लुक एट इट फ्रॉम वन डायमेन्शनल. इट इज मल्टी डायमेन्शनल इम्पॅक्ट. स्पायरलिंग इम्पॅक्ट ताचो जातलो. ग्राउंड वॉटर डिप्लिशन जातलें. दूधसागर विल बी रेड्यूस टू अ ट्रिकल because of the cutting of forest. जेन्ना तू हातूंतल्यान पास करता through the forest, it has damaging effect on the groundwater table and the entire ecology will be imbalanced.
Right.
ओके. आनी एक क्वेश्चन आसा. मे बी ठक्कर सर कॅन आन्सर दिस. दिस क्वेश्चन इज रिगार्डिंग रिहॅबिलिटेशन. जरी आम्ही मानून धरुया की हे प्रोजेक्ट येता आणि जर लोक सुद्धा या प्रोजेक्टांक येवकार दिता, जाल्यार ज्या तरेचे ज्या लोकांक डिस्प्लेस करचे पडटले, जे लोक डिस्प्लेस जातले, हाउ विल दे गेट रिहॅबिलिटेटेड एल्सवेअर?
See,
Is there any success story where which we can quote that successfully rehabilitation has been done and people are surviving now?
Well, we'll have to study the other similar projects in India if there has been. But one suggestion is that little worry was about a lot of transit cargo, going through Goa, and the Goans not getting any benefit out of that. So could be that the government should think these are COVID-19 times. The revenue of the government has also fallen, but specifically on these cargoes, we could think of a cess or a collection which could be put into a fund. And this fund could be used specifically in a very transparent way for the rehabilitation process, or also for the addressing the environmental issues in Mole and supervising that. So that could be a special fund created for this, and this could be done out of the same cargoes which are now extra cargoes on the railway project, which are now going to be generated. That was one suggestion.
ओके, डिस्कशन हांव मुखार व्हरता. एक अनेक मुद्दो जेन्ना डबल ट्रॅकिंगा बाबतीन येता तो अशे समर्थक तेजे कितें म्हणटात की अपार्ट फ्रॉम द कार्गो इट विल ऑल्सो हॅव सम पॅसेंजर ट्रेन्स एंड इट विल हेल्प transit of transportation of passengers. So how much is the truth in this particular belief? Is it really be there for transporting passengers, or it is a dedicated corridor for coal transportation?
Like, sorry, can I? Yeah.
Yeah, continue. I will answer it.
Yeah. My understanding was that definitely it's not a dedicated corridor for cargo only, because the very need for this doubling came at the time when they felt that the tourism in Goa was increasing, and there were a lot of passenger trains, even direct trains, which were wanted to come to Goa, but with a single track, there was too much of delay, and that is one of the reasons. So that is what I feel. Yes, sir.
No,
You can continue.
Maka कितें दिसता, this is mainly, see, it is undoubtedly Goa is used as a transit point to transport coal for Karnataka and Maharashtra, and centerak the pressure asa on the government. So that is why the Goa government, the central government, is exercising its pressure on the Goa government. Goa government is succumbing to the pressure for reasons best known, obvious reasons, and that is the reason Goa is being used as a exploitative. Goa is being exploited for this purpose. So Goa's face will be blackened by this. So people from all parts of Goa and many youth have come out on the streets and even abroad that we don't want Koso Naka, we don't want the coal. Okay, we want our Goa not black but green. And this is the cry of our mother Goa. So the central government should listen to our pleas, because we are a small state. We are just 3,702 square kilometers. We cannot be sacrificed at the altar of Karnataka and Maharashtra to benefit them.
सर आता ह्या डिस्कशनांतल्यान आमकां एटलिस्ट एक गजाल सारकी कळटा की रेल्वेचे डबल ट्रॅकिंग करता तेतूंतल्यान चड करून कोल ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन जातलें आनी प्रदूषण जातलें. सो कोलाच्या बेनिफिटा खातीर ते डबल ट्रॅकिंग करपाक सोदतात. आता हांव दुसरो मुद्दो हांगा हाडटा की इलेक्ट्रिसिटी लायन, तमार ट्रान्समिशन पावर लायन आसा पळय ती. जर आमची इतली धाकटी स्टेट आसा गोंय, 3,702 स्क्वेअर किलोमिटर, आनी सध्या तरी आमकां केन्ना इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रॉब्लम्स जायनात पावर फेलियराचे बी, तरी आसतना ही नवी लायन गोंयान कित्या खातीर येता?
सर आमकां बोरो करचें पडटा कर्नाटकाच्यान इलेक्ट्रिसिटी.
JP मॉर्गन, तुमचो कितें मुद्दो आसा तुम्ही सांगू शकता मातशें?
Should I answer?
Yes sir, yes please.
Yeah. आम्ही माकडिये, सांगोड, पळसकाटा या विलेजर्सांक मेळ्ळे. त्या विलेजेसांनी आमकां क्लियरली सांगलें आनी चडशे यूथ आशिल्ले की वी डू नॉट हॅव एनी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रॉब्लेम म्हणून. नाव if at all, okay, consider that for a second that we need the electricity. But by that transmission, what we are saying is then there are alternatives. Alternates as then a solar power can be used. Why environmentally damaging solar power as an alternates as we have alternates. Why we need that?
I would like to ask this.
When we have gone and seen that Devshet in Sangod, where a large number of whole forest is cut. The engineers and
I would like to answer this.
Yes, please.
cut Kornama.
Yeah, Sherry, please. Prajwal sir, Sherry wants to say something. Sherry, please.
Yeah.
Even about the solar that you were talking about, which makes absolute sense. 50% solar subsidy, which was given by Sir Nilesh Cabral, he said that only around approximately 500 people took it. Now, I don't think that honestly the solar has failed, because if you look at the rest of India, solar is happening. People are actually using solar, they're going for it. If the people are not for solar, then don't you think that the policy should be changed? Don't you think the policy should be basically done? Something should be done to the policy where people would want to opt for it. The citizens, it's basically the government who needs to show the citizens that, this is what you can do. Now, if 50% is not viable, if the people are not opting for that, then maybe a better policy should come into place. Just because not many want to go for it because of the policy that Sir Nilesh has put out, that doesn't mean that it's not a viable cause. Solar panels should definitely be a thing, because all of India, there's many places in India that have been following it as a trend. So this is another point, that why is solar not considered?
Purushottam, in fact, the central government policy was to use solar. Na? Central government itself was advocating that use of solar.
Purushottam, can I speak for a second?
ना सध्या ना तेजस बाब ऑडियन्सा खातीर आमी आतां ओपन करू ना अजूनय डिस्कशन. पयलीं पॅनलिस्टा कडल्यान आमी आयकुया आनी वेळ पावलो जाल्यार मागीर ऑडियन्सा कडेन आमी येतात. तेजस बाब, तुमचें कितें म्हणणें आसा जाल्यार तुमी चॅट बॉक्सान सांगू शकतात.
Yeah, I would like to add to this. Hello, ऐकू येता न्ही? Am I audible?
हय सर, येता सर.
आता पळय ही लायट ट्रान्समिशन लायन हाडून करतात, त्याच्या वयल्यान ते सांगता की आमी ती लायट लोकांक धाडपाक मोल्यार बी लायट हे सायडीन वता, लायट वता, बट रियल प्रॉब्लेम कितें आसा, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मॅनेजमेंट जे आसा पळय लोवर लेवलाचेर ते जायना. त्या खातीर ही लायट परती वता. ट्रान्सफॉर्मर्स जे आमचे कडेन आसूं जाय ते प्रमाणान दुसरे घालूं जाय ते घालूं ना, ह्या खातीर लायट वता. अशें न्ही की आमच्या गोंयांत लायट शॉर्टेज आसा म्हणून लायट वता, असो प्रश्नूच ना हांगा. जाल्यार लायटी फक्त मोल्याच कित्याक वता परत्यो? ह्या भागांत थोडेशें रान आसा त्या भागांनी वता, कारण ते मॅनेजमेंट ना म्हणून लायट वता. ते मॅनेजमेंट आमी हांकां सांगिल्लें की ते मॅनेजमेंट तुमी सारकें करा. त्यो लायटी वता, तिका झाडां मेंटेनन्स करूं जाय तेजे. एप्रील मे म्हयन्यांत ते वेवस्थीत करिना, आनी ट्रान्सफॉर्मर्स आसा चेंज करूं जाय थोडे. दॅट वील टेक केअर ऑफ दॅट डिसरप्ट ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. त्या खातीर ह्यो जो व्हडलो प्लांट झाडां काबार करून हाडपाची कांयच गरज ना थंय. आनी एज सी सेड सोलर एनर्जी आनी बाकी कडेन कितल्योश्यो गोश्टी शक्य आसा ना, कित्याक ते गोंयान आमी ते एनकरेज करिना. आनी दुसरें म्हणजे हो प्लांट हाडटा आसतना वी वर नेवर टेकन इन टू कॉन्फिडन्स. मोलेच्या लोकांक केन्ना कॉन्फिडन्सान घेवकूच ना, विचारूं पासून ना. आमी जेन्ना प्रेस केलें की बाबा आमकां तुमी तो प्रोजेक्ट सांगा, ग्रामसभे मुखार तो डिस्कस करुया, आमकां कितपत कितें फायदो ताजे पासून हें उलोवया, आनी मागीर ते कितें ठरोवया. ग्रामसभा घेवपाक दिवना. एक्चुअली आतां एक ग्राउंड रियलिटी ही आसा की ताका एनओसी इश्यू केला, लायसन इश्यू केला. मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पंचायत ह्या ओपोज. सांगा ग्रामसभा घ्या आनी मागीर लायसन इश्यू करा, पूण तेजें पयलीं लायसन दिवंक मोकळे. अशे तरेन कितें तरी आनी रुबाब वयता. बाबा तुमचें चलना कितें, इतकी घाई गडबड कित्याक? लोकांक कळून न्ही, फक्त लोकांक बाकीच्या लोकांक फटयल्या की तुमकां जॉब मेळटले, तांकां ओडून घेतल्या. इट इज ऑल मॅनेज्ड. Our panchayat is being pressurized now and again. They are being pressurized to issue the license. आणि सरपंचान लायसन इश्यू केला विदाउट मेजॉरिटी. आणि ती मेजॉरिटीन कितें सांगलां, तेजी अंडर आरटीआय आमी कॉपी घेतिल्ली आसा. तेंच्यांनी सांगलां की मेजॉरिटी कितें म्हणटा 4 जाण पंच अशें म्हणटा की ग्रामसभा पयलीं घेया आनी मागीर लायसन इश्यू करा. हे त्याच्या पयलीं लायसन इश्यू करून मोकळे.
Correct.
म्हणून हे तरेचे आनी व्हाय दे आर प्रेशरायज. पंचायत सरपंच पंच आसा पळय ते उमेदीक काडून दिवचे ना. तांकां दे आर बींग प्रेशरायज फ्रॉम समवेअर. खंय ते आसा ते तो प्रश्न पडला आतां. कित्याक जेन्ना अशे तरे पद्दतीन जेन्ना गडबड करता तेन्ना लोकांक दुबाव वयचो ना कितें जातलें की बाबा तुमी हे करता ते कोणाच्या स्वार्था खातीर करता, कोणाच्या फायद्याक करता. मागीर लोक म्हणचे हातूनय सेटिंग आसा काय कितें अशें जावं शकता. डेफिनेटली जावं शकता. अशी प्रेशरायज तुमी करतातूच कित्याक गरज ना न्ही. इट इज एक बरो प्रोजेक्ट तुमी घेवन येता आमच्या गोंयच्या कल्याणा खातीर जाल्यार ते लोकां पर्यंत कळून 1-2 म्हयने डिले जालो कांय ना. लोकांक ती कळोनी न्ही. लोकांक कळून कितें वायट दिसता भितर कळपा लोकांक ना म्हणटाले आसले तुमी तो बरो प्रोजेक्ट हाडटा आनी ते आमच्या गोंयच्या कल्याणा खातीर आसा हय म्हणपा जाताले. तो प्रश्नूच ना. आमकां कांय खबरूच ना. म्हाज्या सारको मनीस जो एज्युकेटेड मनीस हांगा 35 टिचींग लायनीन आसा, लॉ ग्रॅज्युएट, म्हाज्या राज्याक कांय खबर ना हांकां कितें करतात एक्झॅक्टली म्हणून. हे बाकीच्या लोकांक कितें खबर आसतलें. आनी फसयता अक्षरशः फसयता. पंचायत पयलींच 12 जाणांची नांवां दिता की आमी हे करता म्हणून. कितें करता तुमकां म्हणून कॉपी आसा ताची आमचे कडेन.
प्रज्वल सर कितें तरी सांगूंक सोदताले ह्या मुद्द्याचेर. प्रज्वल सर तुम्ही कितें एक मुद्दो सांगताले आता.
मी आता शरदचंद्र सरान जे सांगला न्ही, सी ही शरदचंद्र सर इज representing the Molekars voice. Why he is not, his voice has to be taken into consideration because he is the local voice. Okay, so we want to support the local voice from all parts of Goa because Goa belongs to all of us. That is 19 September जेन्ना आमी थंय मिटींग घेतिल्ली ट्रान्समिशन लायन एकूच मुद्द्याचेर ताणें मिटींग घेतिल्ली मिनिस्टरान and the environment minister आशिल्लो and they were just pushing it down the throat of the people. A large number of people were opposed and some people, of course, the sarpanch and all were in favor. Okay, for obvious reasons. So what I'm saying is when the people are expressing their anguish, their voice should be heard, na? So directly you are
Exactly.
yeah. So what I'm saying is why is the people's voice being suppressed? So few people who want it because of dubious reasons, they want to have this project suppressing the voice of the Goans. The whole of Goa does not want it. So just a few people want it and we know the reasons why they want it. So that is why.
Okay, sir. आता वेळ आता सोंपत पावला पूण सोंपोवच्या पयलीं परत एका मुद्द्याचेर हांव येवंक सोदतां की आतांच्या धाकाधुकीच्या काळान किंवा फास्ट वचपाच्या काळान आमी सदांच म्हणटा की ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन नेटवर्क बरें जाय, ट्रान्सपोर्ट लायन्स बरें जाय, आमकां बेगीन पावपाक जाय. तर पूण अशें बेगीन पावतले जाल्यार फास्ट पावतले जाल्यार ट्रान्सपोर्ट नेटवर्क एका वटेन आमकां बरो जाय. पूण जर असो विरोध जाता जाल्यार ताका आमी अल्टरनेट सजेशन कितें म्हणून दिवंक शकतात. हांगासर खंय तरी आमची 2 तरेची मानसिकता उक्ती जाता अशें म्हाका दिसता. हॅलो.
हांव उलोवं?
हय सर, शरदचंद्र सर.
हय म्हाका सांग, गोंयान नेटवर्क ऑफ द रोड इज क्वायट सफिशियंट, बरोबर? बाकी कडेन कंपेर करीत जाल्यार गोवा हॅज अ गुड नेटवर्क ऑफ रोड्स. आनी म्हाका एक सांग, फक्त रोडूच करतले आनी बाकीचे कामां कितें करतले? फक्त रस्ते मोठे मोठे आसा तेच रस्ते आमचे कडेन मॅनेज जायना. देर आर सो मेनी पॉट होल्स एंड एवरीथिंग. ते आसा तेच पयलीं मॅनेज करप पयलीं. फक्त काय ना ते फायनान्स येता म्हणून हे रस्ते करीत आसा. आनी हे हायवे तर डेन्स नेटवर्क हायवे तर पळय ते कितके हायवे जाय. वॉट इज द डेफिनेशन ऑफ हायवे? आमी इस्कॉलान भुरग्यांक शिकयताले हायवे म्हणजे कितें तर द रोड्स कनेक्टिंग कॅपिटल्स अँड मेन सिटीज. आनी हांगा तुमी कितें चालू केलां? बारीक बारीक सिटीज कनेक्ट करपाक थ्रू हायवे. आनी हायवे म्हटल्या परत कितको आसूं जाय? त्याचे हायवेचे डेफिनेशन पळया, वॉट इज मेंट बाय हायवे. आनी तुमी त्या हायवेच्या नांवा खातीर फक्त काय ना लोकांचे हे थोपता हाडून. दॅट इट सेल्फ डजंट मीन डेव्हलपमेंट. आनी गोवा एरिया आसा कितें ज्योग्राफिकल एरिया पळया. मिस्टर ठक्कर हेड सेड ज्योग्राफिकल कन्स्ट्रेंट्स आमचे कडेन आसा. ते जॉग्राफिकल कन्स्ट्रेंटा खातीर वी कॅनॉट हॅव एनी मोर हायवेज. हे हायवे आसा पळय आनी वायडनींग आसा पळय हायवे आसा दे हॅव टू बी स्टॉप. आतां पळय मोलेच्यान कनेक्टिविटी जाय तुमकां, छोट्या चोडला घाटाच्यान बेळगांवच्यान कनेक्टिविटी आसा म्हणजे तुमकां आनी कितके जातले. स्टडी आसा तेका हांवें मोल्या पळयल्या हायवे आसा पळय ते सर्वे करताले, ते मनशाक बसयताले अपॉइंट करताले सर्वे करपाक ट्रान्सपोर्ट फ्लो कितको आसा काय म्हणून. ती स्टडी केल्या आतां बेस्ट हायवे रूल जातले म्हटलें मुखार कथा येता फ्लो कितको आसा, ट्रान्सपोर्ट मुवमेंट कितको आसा आनी त्या खातीर रस्ते कितके रूंद जाय हे पळोवपाक जाय. ते कांय पळय नासतना उठ सूट. सो देर हॅज बीन थरो स्टडी ऑफ दीस. हे अर्धवट काम फक्त रस्ते मोठे जाले म्हणून डेव्हलपमेंट जालो ही फोट गजाल म्हाका जाल दिसना. फक्त रस्ते डेव्हलप जाले म्हणून जायना आनी आमी मोलेकारांनी फक्त पत्तून गाडयो रोम रोम करून वयता पळोवपाच्यो आनी कोळश्याचो मागीर कोळसो हेलो जर जाय दिसांतल्यान वर्सांतल्यान 85 million tons or 136 million tons, 51 million tons will be carried by the train and 85 million tons will be carried from road, that too from Mole. तेन्ना आमी फक्त धुल्लो कोळसो खावपाचो. आतां सांगता तुमकां मोल्या येवन पळया पावसान ज्यो कोळशाची कोक घेवन वताले पळय तातूंतल्यान कितको हळशीक काळी पडटाली आनी ती वचोन न्हंयेन आमचे मेळटाली. हेजेर कोणी स्टडी केल्या? कांय करूं ना. म्हणटूच दिस इज समथींग रिडिक्युलस. म्हाका गोंय काबार जातले आनी कांय जावचें ना. हो हब जो करता ट्रान्सपोर्ट हब जो लॉजिस्टीक हब करून करता इट इज व्हेरी डेंजरस. आनी म्हाका एक सांग हायवे बाकीचे हायवे देशांनी पळया कशे आसा हायवे आनी तुमचो हायवे कसो आसा. लज दिसूं जाय हायवे म्हणपाक. लज दिसूं जाय. यू कंपेर द हायवेज ऑफ द अदर्स. आनी त्या हायवेनी कितें आसा व्हडल्यो व्हडल्यो गाडयो तुमच्यो लॉजिस्टीक गाडयो व्हडल्यो गाडयो आसता पळय 40-50-60-80 टनाच्यो गाडयो भर सिटींतल्यान काडटा. हो कसलो हायवे? सिटी काडटा तुमी. आनी दुसरें आनी एक सांगता आतां हायवे तुमी म्हणटा न्ही म्हाका एक सांग मोल्या आनी वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरीन तुमकां 45-60 मीटर रस्तो करून जाय. खानेपारा कुट्टी कितको रस्तो आसा 20-25 मीटर. तेज्या वयर ना. मागीर हो हांगा कित्याक इतको मोठो जाय? हांगा खंय तरी लॉजीक कितें आसूं जाय. ताका नो लॉजीक बिहायंड दीस. फक्त कांय ना हायवे म्हणटा म्हाका जाल्यार डावटफूल.
आमचो वेळ आता सोंपत पावला. हांव आतां ही मिटींग आनी डिस्कशन आमच्या हेर पार्टिसिपंट्स आनी ऑडियन्सा खातीर उक्ती करता. आमच्या मदीं आसात बाब तेजस रिवणकर जे एक मुद्दो उदोवच्यान चॅट बॉक्सान सांगपाचो यत्न करता. हांव मागता बाब तेजस रिवणकर तुवें आपलो मायक चालू करून आमचे कडेन संवाद करल्यार जाता.
ऐकू येता पुरुषोत्तम?
हय येता
Am I audible?
येता. सांग.
Okay. So regarding power consumption policy that आता उलयताले आमी as per Nilesh Kabral has said recently that compared to the last 10 years of electricity consumption, गोयचे consumption exponentially वाढला. I agree with that because that many industries or that many domestic houses have been erected in Goa in last 10 years like preferred to the previous decades. बट आता प्रॉब्लेम कसो आसा की गव्हर्मेंटान केन्नाच आमचे सोलर हेजेर स्ट्रेस दिलो ना. वी हॅव सीन द फेल्ड हायड्रो पॉवर प्लांट प्रोजेक्ट्स that have been erected but then rather abandoned by the government. But just like how Gujarat has stressed on solar, we have never seen the same force from the Goa government. आणि ताका लागून दिसता आमी एक जाग्यार फेल जातात. फॉर एक्झाम्पल in Gujarat, government tries to erect those solar power plants so that they can be incorporated in grid, so that took a separate rather than आम्ही डिसेंट्रलाइज आणि सेंट्रलाइज दोन कॉन्सेप्ट असतात इलेक्ट्रिकला आमचे. सो डिसेंट्रलाइज म्हणल्यार प्रत्येक कंज्युमर जो असता प्रायव्हेट कंज्युमर असता तो आपणालो दवरता आणि सेंट्रलाइज म्हणल्यार गव्हर्मेंट इरेक्ट करून तो सप्लाय ग्रिडान हाडटा. आय थिंक गोवा गव्हर्मेंट हॅज ऑलवेज फॉल शॉर्ट ऑन दॅट एरिया where it comes to the centralized part because आमचे हांगा एक सुद्धा सोलर फार्म ना. तशेंच पळोवपाक गेल्यार नवे ज्यो बिल्डिंग कन्स्ट्रक्शन जातात, नवे कॉर्पोरेशन जे फॉर्म जातात, सोसायटीज जाता, देर हॅज बीन नेवर अ लॉ ऑर एनी रेग्युलेशन रिगार्डिंग हाव टू मेंटेन दोज कन्झम्पशन फॉर दोज बिल्डिंग्स. आतां ग्रिहा म्हणून आमचे पॉलिसी आसा which monitorize this green building initiative where you study the impact of each individual building, how it can be turned into a carbon negative. हेजेर केन्नाच आमचे गोवा गव्हर्मेंटान हेजेर केन्ना स्ट्रेस दिल्लो ना आनी आतां सुद्दां कितल्योश्यो बिल्डिंगी आसात तातूंत भितर एक सुद्दां सोलर पॅनल आमकां दिश्टी पडनात, which is not the case for the old. I'm not talking about the older ones, but even the new ones which are being erected. ज्यो नवी बांदल्यात तातूंत सुद्दां आमकां सोलराचो युटिलायझेशन कांयच दिश्टी पडना. इफ वी are not even going to make them independent electricity wise, like प्रत्येकासाठी डिसेंट्रलाइज सुद्दां आमी करपाक गेले जाल्यार गव्हर्मेंट हेजे फेसिलिटी कांयच प्रोवायड करना. फॉरगेट अबाउट फेसिलिटी, वी आर नॉट इवन टॉकिंग अबाउट देम हियर. आतां जशें सरान म्हणलें की प्रत्येक एवरीवन फ्रॉम द जे तुमी टॉपिक्स उलयल्यात तातूंत भितर एक पॉयंट हांव सांगपाक सोदतां की even for solar there is a need for आमचो कितें म्हणटा तो रिवर ट्रान्सफॉर्मरा भितर एबिलिटी आसपाक सो दॅट इट कॅन टेक द सप्लाय बॅक टू द ग्रीड. बट हें गव्हर्मेंटान पयलींच्यान केन्ना इम्प्लिमेंट केलें ना. सो सोलर इम्प्लिमेंटेशन इज ऑल्सो लार्जर टास्क नाव. बिकॉज आतां समज चेंजीस करपाक गेले, आतां समज इलेक्ट्रिसिटी थ्रू सोलर करपाक वता जाल्यार देर वी हॅव टू चेंज द एंटायर एक्झिस्टिंग ग्रीड सिस्टम दॅट इज बींग इम्प्लिमेंटेड इन गोवा. So even though they are saying that the new transmission line is required, it is necessary at the moment, but the government has not decided anything for the solar implementation, and that's why they are stressing more on the transmission line, which I think is not justified by the government. Secondly, गोंया भितर आमी लोड शेडिंग म्हणटा ते केन्नाच पळयनात. समज इतले समज रिक्वायरमेंट आमच्यो वाडल्यात आनी आमकां नवी ट्रान्समिशन लायन घालची पडटा जाल्यार गव्हर्मेंट लोड शेडिंगाचेर कित्याक स्ट्रेस दिना? दिसाक 2 वरां आमी सप्लाय ऑफ कित्याक दवरनात? It can be a huge profit for the government from the revenue aspect if we'll go into see, because Goa government spends a lot of revenue or the income जो फंड असता, ट्रेजरीज फंड असता, which is spent directly on the electricity consumption bill आमचे. हेजेर केन्ना गव्हर्मेंटान स्टडीज केली ना. प्लस एक्झिस्टिंग जे गव्हर्मेंट डिपार्टमेंट आसात तेजेर केन्ना स्टडी जाल्ले नाशिल्ल्या कारणान they are also suffering on the same side. So I think we have to take into consideration the people's participation as well as the government participation, so that we are moving into a flexible relationship. Thank you.
बरोबर. येस, थँक्यू तेजस फॉर पुटिंग अप युअर पॉइंट. खूप सुंदरशे सजेशन्स आणि मुद्दे तुवें मांडले हांगासर. आनीक आमच्याकडे आसा बाय मलायका मॅथ्यू चावला. मलायका, you can please put on your mic and put up your thoughts. Share your thoughts with us. Hello. Okay, Malaika, maybe she is not online now. We have Vasant Hede. Vasant Hede.
I have one question regarding this.
Yes, Shubham, please.
Yes, rightly the Tejas had spent that Goa government is spending much more on the electricity. I'm not comparing the Goa with the any other state, but I'm comparing the Goa with the Pondicherry, Nagar Haveli, Daman, Diu. So Goa is spending quite little on the electricity as compared to the Pondicherry and all other states. So that is one of the point. And when we are talking about the national highway, which is starting from Belgaum to the Panji, that is stopped due to some environmental violation. So that road was under the construction, I think, more than 5 years. So what is the need? If suppose the environmental violation is there, that has to be done very fast by the forest court, and that has to be done very fast by the high court. But what about the local who are there? The local economic bed are totally depend upon that road. So for I think closure of the construction, closure of the road is rightly affecting the local businessmen. So if suppose there is the environmental violation, that has to be clear as soon as possible. And one of the, I think Sarat Chandra had said about there is a tremendous when we are giving the line clearance for this, railway track, there will be we can see the adverse effect on the waterfall, Dudhsagar waterfall. Whatever I had see on the ground level, I don't think there will be effect on the waterfall, because the waterfall is coming from the Karnataka, and that is from the Kali river water. So I don't think if what I want to say, the development is the need of the hearts, and we should not stop, but it should be developed in the sustainable way. What I want to say is that.
Conclude fast. Whatever you wanted to convey.
Yeah, I had concluded. Yeah, I had concluded the development have to be take place, sustainable development.
शरदचंद्र बाब, एक बरोसो मुद्दो हांगासर शुभमान हांगासर विचारला. तो म्हणटा जर 5 वर्सां पयलींच्यान जर ते काम चालू आशिल्लें जाल्यार मदीं आतां कित्याक ओपोज करता? ते सडसडीत तेन्ना फॉरेस्ट डिपार्टमेंट, फॉरेस्ट कोर्टांतल्यान किंवा फास्ट ट्रॅक कोर्टांतल्यान तेजेर कारवाय जावपाक जाय आशिल्ली अशें शुभमाचें मत. तुमी सहमत आसा तेजे कडेन?
नाही, तो म्हणतो ते बरोबर आसा, पण हेंच्यांनी सगळं प्रोसेस करूंकूच ना, कळ्ळें न्ही. आनी एनवायरमेंट क्लियरन्स जे मेळूंक जाय आशिल्लें ते तांकां मेळूंक ना. तेजे पयलीं तांचो बोवाळ करपाक एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरन्स जे मेळूंक जाय आशिल्लें, जे हांणी आतां कोविडाच्या बोवाळान कितें तरी केलां नाटक, कळ्ळें न्ही. ते तेजे पयलीं मेळूंकूच ना. आनी हे ग्राउंड लेवलाचेर गुगल मॅप घेवन तेंच्यांनी फक्त तो रस्तो सर्वे केलो. ग्राउंड लेवलाचेर येवन रियलिटी कितें आसा ती पळयलीच ना, कळ्ळें. आनी मागीर ते वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरी आसल्या कारणान तांकां तिथे हेल्ड अप जावन उरलें. कर्नाटकाचो भागान आतां रस्तो बारीक उरला, तांकां परमिशन मेळ्ळें आनी त्या हायकोर्टान तेजेर रिस्ट्रिक्शन घातलें की 12 मीटर काय 14 मीटर वयर रस्तो करून जावपाक जायना वायल्ड लायफांतल्यान. आनी तांकां एलावड दिलो तितलो पार्ट जालो. आनी आमचो मोले एक पार्ट बरो मोलेच्यान गोवा बॉर्डर पर्यंत जवळ जवळ 19 किलोमीटर काय 20 किलोमीटराचेर हे वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरी आनी बफर झोन येता पळय, थंय हेंच्यांनी ते पुटप ना एनवायरमेंटल क्लियरन्स घेवपा खातीर, आनी तांकां ते मेळूं ना. त्या खातीर हो हायवे गोंयचो पाटाचो हो भाग उरलो. दिस इज द मेन रिजन.
One more thing I want to point out is that there is a difference of opinion between the Ministry of Road and Transport, that is Nitin Gadkari, and Ministry of the Forest and Environment, that is Prakash Javadekar. Why the road is stopped? I am talking about today's condition.
ना शुभम, आम्ही मागीर येऊया ह्या मुद्द्याचेर.
Which put forward by one environmentalist. Yes, let me complete this. Okay, then not talk anymore. So what I want to say is that there is a difference of opinion between not only the state government but in the ministry of the central government.
ओके ओके.
म्हाका मातशें ऍड करपा जाय. त्याने शुभमान प्रश्न केलो बरोबर आसा. एक लक्षात घ्या, तांकां एनवायरमेंट क्लियरन्स जे मेळिल्लें पळय तो नेरो रोड 12 मीटर काय 14 मीटरा वयर ना, खंयच्या कर्नाटकाचो भागांतलो NH4A लक्षात घ्या. आनी हो गोंयच्या हांकां मेळूं नाशिल्लें. आनी आतां सडन तेन्ना जे गव्हर्नमेंट जेन्ना आशिल्ले तेन्ना तांकां ते क्लियरन्स ते एनवायरमेंट डिपार्टमेंट तयार नाशिल्ले दिवपाक. आनी आतां सडनली हे काही मिनटां भितर वरां भितर हे मोठे सगळे प्रोजेक्ट जे पास जाल्या, थंय इंटेन्शन कितें तरी वेगळें आसा डेफिनेटली. कित्याक एक लक्षात घेया, पयलीं वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरीक ते दिवपाक वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरींतल्यान हो रस्तो चड रुंद करपा खातीर परमिशन दिनाशिल्लें. आनी वाय ऑल ऑफ ए सडन दुसऱ्याकडे तेका डबल ट्रॅकिंगाक हायवे आनी ट्रान्समिशन लायनीक वांगडाच क्लियरन्स मेळ्ळे. दॅट इज टू बी क्वेश्चन. दॅट इज अ डाउटफूल थिंग. आनी ते खूब दुबाव वता की हे अशें अकस्मात कितें जालें काय म्हणून. गव्हर्नमेंट आपल्या पॉलिसीच्या अगेन्स्ट कित्याक वता? कर्नाटकान 12 मीटर रस्तो NH4A आनी गोंयान मात तो 45 मीटर कित्याक?
मीटर
या
बरोबर, मुद्दो बरोबर आसा सर. आमच्या मदीं आसा रुपेश बाब शिंकरे. रुपेश शिंकरे, हॅलो. Yes.
Can I start?
Yes, sir. Yes, please.
I was listening to Mr. Thakkar, and Mr. Thakkar made a point that MPT has the potential of exporting granite and steel. So if you read the Sagarmala report, the Sagarmala report projections are very clear. Steel is only 6 million tons, whereas coal by 2035, and these figures are by Government of India, the steel what you are talking is only 6 million tons. Vis-a-vis, if you combine the coal by 2035, they are talking of 51 million tons. This 51 million tons of coal, which is going to come at MPT, and they are talking about expanding it by through that satellite port at Betul also. Where we are not going to use, even Vedanta uses smallest amount of coal for their plant, but the rest of the coal is just going to the steel plants. This is not even thermal coal what is coming. This is simple coking coal that goes for manufacturing of steel. You spoke about second point that you made was that double tracking is for passenger trains. Konkan Railway is a single line. How many passenger trains does it handle? Vis-a-vis this line that you want to do double tracking, how many passenger trains do run on this track presently? Hardly minuscule. So I feel that this double tracking is surely done simply for taking this coal away to the steel plants and nothing else. This double tracking has no potential. Indian Express in October 2017 did 7 days of reporting, clearly indicating that. Absolutely clearly indicating that. And if you can see the present projections of what MPT has handled 12 million tons year before last and 8 million tons last year. And why did it handle 8 million years last year? Because Goa Pollution Control Board put an embargo on them to handle 25% less coal because of pollution. Nobody is addressing pollution problems. Nobody is addressing health issues. And we are just talking about unwanted development. I absolutely disagree with this. On the Tamnar line, let me make it is 400 kVA line. So I was just speaking to one of an expert this morning on Tamnar line. I asked him a simple question. If it is a 400 kVA line, how much power can come to Goa? He gave me a very astounding figure of 1,500 megawatt power can come through this line. Current Goa's requirement is 650 megawatt power peak load, and Tamnar line is gonna get 1,500 megawatt of power. What are we gonna do with so much of power? Because we also have to understand it is a double line. It is a line in and line out. So that means the line which is gonna come in is also gonna sell power. And mind you, it is a private line which government of Goa has to pay the line operator 165 crores per annum to get the power to Goa. Thank you.
Okay, so my answer to your this thing regarding the 51 million tons is you yourself said that a couple of years back, Marmugao handled I think 12 million tons, and later on the Goa government pollution board put a cap so handled 8 million. That is right, because I think the capacity of a single line is about 10 million tons. I mean, there'll be other commodities, there'll be passenger trains, whatever. Okay, so if the Sagarmala is talking about 51 million tons, you'll require at least 5 railway lines to take this kind of cargo from Marmugao to wherever. And because a single line, how much is the capacity? 10 million tons of coal. So Sagarmala might have just put an estimate. On what basis that estimate is maybe growth of plants and all. But whether Marmugao port and even by doubling this line, you are ever going to be handling such coal, I have my doubts. At the most another 6-7 by doubling, at the most another 6-7 million tons of coal will be handled. How, as you yourself said, the present capacity you've seen. What is the present capacity? That's one thing. Number two is the port itself should have those kind of berths and facilities to handle 51 million tons. Okay, that apart, but only looking at the railway line, it is highly impossible that a second line can handle more than 6-7 million, because each wagon is 3,500 tons. Each this thing takes 65 so 3,500
tons. It's around 4,000 tons in a train.
4,000 tons exactly. So hardly some 8 or 10 trains are leaving every day from.
No, sir, you are mistaken. Not 8 or 10 trains. Over 14 trains are running roundabout in this time.
Yeah, but right now when you talk about 8 million tons cap, it's about 8 because one train.
8 million tons.
8 trains.
8 million tons cap is put. 8 million tons cap is put because there was a vociferous fight. I will put another point. When the public hearing happened The
Yes.
present MPT broke that project into 3 parts. If you see the Sagarmala report talks about the Jindal port, the Jindal terminal, the Vedanta terminal, the deepening of channel. It talks about the railway line. It talks about the highways. But when the EIA is presented and EIA is done, these projects are broken down into smaller parts, which is an absolute shame. Some of the panelists previously spoke about how EIAs have been done. Even for Tamil Nadu, EIA is done in Karnataka, but EIA is not done in Goa. Why is there no damage in Goa? Is there no effect on ecology? Mr. Sarashchandra sir spoke about so much of ecology that is going to be damaged. So when the government has to come transparent on this, why is the government always hides? Why does the government always hide? And there is so much of trust deficit with this government. I agree. I may be wrong but I am following Sagarmal. I am following official figures of Government of India. These are their projections by 2035 that MPT will handle 51 million tons of coal.
See, as far as the projections, of course, I cannot comment, but like physically with one railway line, I think you can, as you said, you also said you can do 12 million. 2 railway lines, even assuming that you do another 12 million tons. So to touch 51, so that is
very good. So you are agreeing that MPT will the trains will take only about 20 to 25 million tons to this double tracking. That's where those 9 jetties and nationalization of rivers come into play, because they are going to use our rivers, the 5 rivers that have been nationalized. They are going to use those rivers to then take this coal to jetties. And what Sarashchandra sir was taking the highways connected to the jetties, then this highways is going to take this coal out of Goa. So this is not just about double tracking. You rightly said it, Mr. Tucker. 20 to 25 million tons through the rain, and the rest of the 30 million tons is going to go through our rivers, is going to go through our villages, and that is where we are saying that Goa will be made a coal hub. We are doomed. We are absolutely doomed.
okay. The other point regarding the electricity, yes, please, go ahead, sir. Yeah.
We are falling short of time, okay, sir. So very nice points put up by Rupesh Shinkre. Thank you, sir, for participating. Anybody else among the participants would like to share their views on the above topic?
Shall I? रोखडेच येता हांव कित्याक रुपेशान सांगला तशें आनी टक्करान उलयलें तशें त्या डिस्कशना वयल्यान एक दिसता की रेल्वे लायन विल नॉट एडर टू द नीड ऑफ एमपीटीज ट्रान्समिशन ऑफ ट्रान्सपोर्ट ऑफ कोल म्हणून हांवें सांगलां हो हांवें सुरातलो टायम्स ऑफ इंडियातलो मॅप काडून सांगला फक्त हे लोक समजले कितें मोल्या वायडनींग जातले हायवे ना आतां तुमकां परते सांगता आय विल रिपीट दॅट मोलेच्यान हे फॉरेस्टेड एरिया परतो वाळपयच्यान साखळी तो एनएच असा रस्तो रूम करतले मागीर परते हांव सांगता पळय एमडीआर केला खंयच्यान चोपडे टू केरी 19 किलोमिटर्स एमडीआर केला मागीर परते पणजी ओल्ड गोवा टू पिलार तो एमडीआर केला मागीर परतो बेती टू वेरे तो एमडीआर बेती वेरे टू आरपोरा तो केला मागीर चोराव टू सालवार मुंद तो एमडीआर केला हे सगळे आनी परते हांव तुका म्हार्दोळच्यान मार्शेलान पर्यंत हे सगळे जर जाल्या उपरांत गोंय उरले खंय हे इतके रस्ते सगळ्या रूंद जातले नॅशनल हायवे आणि एमडीआर हे कोणा खातीर ओन्ली फॉर ट्रान्सपोर्टिंग कोल आणि हे सगळे न्हंयो आसा रिवर्स आसा पळय ते नॅशनलायज केल्या पळय अंडर सागरमाला प्रोजेक्ट हे तांकां हेंकां सगळ्यांक कनेक्टिविटी दिवपा खातीर फक्त आमचो ट्रान्सपोर्ट हब जातलो गोवा म्हटल्यार आमी फक्त कोळसो खावपाचो आनी कांय ना आनी मागीर मरपाचे रोग जावन निरनिराळो हे एकूच जातलें आनी कांय जावचें ना Yeah, that's it.
Audience मधी audience खूप सुंदर तरेन विश्लेषण केल्ले रुपेश वाला. शुभम गावकर wants to say something. शुभम.
Yes, Purushottam. I just want to say that with the reference to the power transmission line, I don't think there is a need because Kaiga power plant station, which is in Karwar, which is good and enough sufficient to fulfill the Goa's requirement, and the state government which wants to start that storage power plant in the Sangod village. Okay, so there is one power storage plant in I think one of the taluka of Karwar, that is a Supa, and Ganeshpur. There is one dam, that is Ganeshpuri Dam. So whatever the storage power plant capacity, it is already done by the state government of the Karnataka and the dam which is situated there. What I think, there is no need of power transmission line. There is already, I think. I just want to ask the Saroj Chandra sir, that power transmission line has to be rectified. If suppose the government is focusing on rectification and and trying to maintain that power transmission line, then it will be more easier, and there is no need of such controversy. I just want the opinion of Saroj Chandra sir on this.
हांवें म्हटिल्लें अशें की हांव तुका एक सांगता, खूब पयलीं हे परते परते फिगर जाल्लें आसा, 650 मेगावॅट आमकां लायट पुरो जाता आनी आमचे कडेन 1000 मेगावॉट लायट आसा, हे आमच्या मिनिस्टरान सांगिल्लें आसा पावर हातून. म्हणजे आमचे कडेन एक्स्ट्रा लायट आसा, कळ्ळें न्ही. आनी हे तर मॅनेजमेंट सारकें जालें जाय, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी मॅनेजमेंट आसा पळय थंय बिलकुल ना. ते लायनी आसा ते कितल्योश्यो ओल्ड आसा, त्यो चेंजीस करपाक जाय. 11 kV हे घालपा खातीर केबल कितें घातिल्लो आसा, देर आर लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लेम्स ओवर देर. ह्या खातीर लायट फेल्युअर जाता. अशें न्ही की आमकां ही लायट आमचे कडेन ना, आमचे भरपूर प्रमाणात लायट आसा. म्हाका दिसता हो ट्रान्समिशन कलमारचो प्रोजेक्ट हाडटा पळय तो गोंयकारा खातीर न्ही आनी नाच, हें म्हाका डेफिनेटली दिसता.
Now, even I want to add to this transmission line actually. So, even about this transmission, am I audible?
Yes, Sherry, please.
Now, even with regards to this transmission line, to erect, first of all, there is no clear-cut number of how many trees you're going to cut. That is point number one. Secondly, it is the area, first of all, the area where you're going to erect these transmission lines is only accessible by foot. So I want to know, how exactly do they plan on carrying all of the equipment that will be needed to erect these transmission lines over there? How are they going to, so now even like Saroj Chandra had pointed out, the basic amenities that we already have is not being taken care of, right? From roads, where the roads are not repaired, the roads are absolutely terrible here. Even the transmission lines here are horrid. How do they plan on maintaining the basic maintenance of these transmission lines? How do they plan on doing this? And how do they plan on carrying all the equipment deep into the forest over there? How many more trees are they going to cut? None of this is mentioned, and we do not have any idea to know about this. The public has no clue because, again, the AI is not put out for us. None of this information is put out for us at all. So I want to know, especially from, sorry, I forgot the name, but I want to know is that how do they manage to carry all of this without causing access of damage again to the environment over there?
Okay, we do not have any government representative here.
No, I wanted to know from the logistics.
Yeah, can I add something to that? Okay. आता ट्रान्समिशन लाईन जी हाडटली कळ्ळें न्ही, ती तांबडी सुर्ला देवूळ आसा पळय त्याच्या वयल्यातल्यान ते 2.6 किलोमिटर्स लेंथ आसा. 2.6 किलोमिटर्स लेंथ. इट इज एंटायरली थ्रू वायल्ड लायफ एंड त्याची विड्थ आसतली 45 मिटर्स. आणि त्यांना हे टावर घालचे पडटले. आता हे टावर्स इरेक्ट करता आसतना त्यांचे भरपूर डॅमेजीस जावपाच्यो आसा. आणि ही एंटायरली न्यू लायन आणि पर खंयच्या तरी पेपराचेर दिला की तो ओल्ड प्लॅन आसा. पयलींच्या हाय टेन्शन लायनी वयल्यान हाडटले काय फोट गजाली. पयलींच्यो हाय टेन्शन लायनी आसा त्यो मोलेच्यान गेल्या. हांव दादा ताका दाखयता पेपरवाल्याक त्या. त्यो हाय टेन्शन लायनी आसा त्यो मोलेच्यान गेल्या, त्यो वेगळे कडल्यान आयिल्ल्यो आसा. पयलीं 2 ट्रान्समिशन लायनी आयिल्ल्यो आसा हाय टेन्शन लायन. आणि ही जी तिसरी आता येता पळय वायल्ड लायफांतल्यानूच येता ती हांगाच्यान तांबडी सुर्लाच्यान ती उतल्यान. and that will have a lot of damage. म्हाका हे कांय समजना. वायल्ड लायफ करून आसा ती प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया आसा ती वाचोवपाची सोडून गव्हर्नमेंटच सोंपोवंक उठला ती एरिया. कित्याक म्हूण ते सांगून आमी
आमच्या मध्ये हांगा सर हॅलो
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So this particular thing
Prajwal sir.
about hello. Yeah, this about the coal. Now, the coal is a very serious issue. We cannot take it lightly because the government may take it lightly, but the people of Goa, we need to take a serious cognizance of this issue of coal. And now this is the time. If we do not stop the government from this, we will be doomed, and Goa is for going for towards doom. So please uh, let us take it very seriously, and we will see that in one voice. Let us say Koyoso Naka, no to coal, and no to these 3 projects which are coming, which are going to damage our Goa. And also the other issue which you need to take in under Pinnacle is the diversion of Madre River, which again is a very serious issue.
Right. Now we have Surel Tilve with us, Advocate Surel Tilve. Surel Tilve has put up a nice comment in the chat box. Surel Bab, can you please elaborate on it?
नमस्कार.
Hello.
ऐका येता मरे? हॅलो. सो सागरमाला प्रोजेक्टानूच हें बरयलां की जर कोल झारखंडाच्यान डायरेक्टली कर्नाटकान रेल्वेन व्हरत जाल्यार तो 48 रुपीज पर टन म्हारग पडटा. पूण तोच जर झारखंडाच्यान बोटीन घालून एमपीटीर हाडलो आनी एमपीटींतल्यान रेल्वेन घालून तो जर कर्नाटकान व्हेलो जाल्यार ह्या कंपनीक 48 रुपीज पर टन सवाय जाता. बट आमी म्हणटा 48 रुपीज कितें व्हडलेशें, बट हे 48 रुपीज एट प्रेझेंट आमी समज सागरमाला प्रोजेक्टूच म्हणटा की 24 मिलियन टन कोल आमी सध्या ट्रान्सपोर्ट करता म्हणटा. इफ वी मल्टिप्लाय दीस 48 रुपीज बाय 24 मिलियन कितले जाता ते पळया. आनी जसो रुपेश सोदर म्हणटालो की बाय 2030 or 35 we will be transporting 55 million tons. सो हे 48 रुपीज तुम्ही मल्टिप्लाय करून पळया, तुमकां फिगर कळटलें. गोंय पावणेर काडपाक कांयच न्ही ह्या लोकांक इतल्या रुपया खातीर.
सो ह्या सगळ्या इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर प्रोजेक्टा भितर जे इकॉनॉमिक्स घुसपल्ले आशिल्ले ते एका बऱ्या मुद्द्या खातीर सुरेल तिळवेन आमच्या मुखार हाडले. थँक्यू सर फॉर युअर इनपुट्स. सो ह्या डिस्कशनांतल्यान एक पॉइंट स्पश्ट जाता की डिस्कशनांतल्यान एक पॉइंट स्पश्ट जाता की हांगासर पब्लीक ओपिनियन म्हणटा ते खंयच सरकारान मतीन घेवना. लोकांक जाय किंवा लोकांचे ओपिनियन्स कितें आसात ते कांयच मतीन घेवना. हो एक पॉइंट सारको हायलायट जालो. त्या भायर दुसरो पॉइंट हायलायट जाता तो एनवायरमेंटल डॅमेजीस. जितले 3 डिस्कशन्स आनी पॅनलिस्ट आमच्या मदीं आसले तेंच्यांनी हो मुद्दो हाडलो, प्रकर्शान आमच्या मुखार जाणून दिलो की एनवायरमेंटाचे डॅमेजीस जे कशेच भरून येवंक शकना अशे ह्या प्रोजेक्टांतल्यान जाता. त्या भायर आनिकूय मुद्दे रिगार्डींग गोंयचे पावर कन्जम्पशन, गोंयचो पावर डिमांड कितलो आशिल्लो आनी ह्यो हितूंतल्यान सरप्लस पावर जो गोंयाक येवपाचो आसा तेच्या बद्दलूय डिस्कशन जालें. Now, apart from this, if anybody else among the participants wants to put their opinion, then please, we will then wind up with the discussion session. Sherry, you would like to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say that, hello?
Hello, yes.
Yeah. So now I wanted to speak about one more thing actually. When Mr. Prajwal said that it is the time for, all of us to come out to the streets, to speak about it, to protest about it, I wanted to remind people that, first of all, Sterlite has a very notorious past. You might have heard about the Tuticorin massacre that had happened where 13 people lost their lives. Why? Because they were protesting against Sterlite Power. So even several times we often hear people saying that students and youngsters have to come and stand up and they have to fight for the environment. I really find that very disappointing to hear, because we have elected our representatives for a reason. We have leaders amongst us today for a reason. if we had to run things, and if we had the knowledge of protecting the environment and forming policies, etc., we would. Why do we have to go to school? We'd probably just leave school, we'd sit there and run the country. That's what I want to say. I want to say that it's about time that the government actually pays heed to what people have to say, because even with to okay, even about a report from the Indian Express, the permission that was granted for the tree felling at the substation, they were exempted from following the section of 31 of the Tree Preservation Act. They were exempted because it was for public interest. Now, if it was for public interest, what is the great public interest in a substation over there? Secondly, even if there is some interest over there, why was Section 144 imposed over there? Why were people restricted over there? Why is dissent, even if people come out to dissent, why are they being arrested then? So I want to say that, while it is also our duty to speak up about this, to say something about it, it is very frustrating when everyone expects only the youth to say something, because we are going to remember this in the elections, the coming elections. We are going to remember this, because honestly, we'd rather prefer being, solar technicians than working at the railway line or being a construction worker over there, when the entire Goa is going to be doomed. So that's what I wanted to say, that we're going to remember this when the elections come up, because at the end, we youngsters are going to be the ones who are going to take the elections forward, and we will not forget what is happening today. That's all.
Hello, Purushottam sir. Can I just say something? Can I just add to this?
Gaurav, you can go
Purushottam.
ahead. I think.
Yes,
I think Purushottam sir is
Yes.
going to
I think it's been a great discussion, 2 hours, but I didn't get bored for even 1 second of it. It was very informative. Thanks to everyone present here. I'd just like to add like a small thing that I do believe that you see these protests that we have, and we are asking youngsters to come forward, and everybody's supposed to come forward. I feel that we should make this more from an this is just like an additional point, like more from an artistic point of view, like make songs about Molem, make videos, make art, okay? Because I think art is one of the greatest ways of protesting. So if people come out and if we actually motivate people to make more music about Molem, saving the environment, we ask them to make posters, eco-friendly banners and stuff like that, and even startups that could promote something like preventing environmental destruction. I think that would be great. So I just want to add that art is a form that is on our side to protect the environment. Thank you.
I just want to add to Gaurav Fateh. I think what he's saying is absolutely right. It should be more of a peaceful protest, and not like, where everyone goes bonkers. But also for that, if people want to create art and stuff like that, I think you all should check out the Mole campaign pages on Instagram, where you can get more help, more information, where you can volunteer your resources, where you can go ahead and put up your art and stuff like that and tag them, because then that's one way we could actually help make a difference in a more peaceful manner.
सो पूण परत एक मुद्दो हांगासर परत आता येता की प्रत्येक फावटी लोकांनीच कित्याक सरकाराक जाग हाडून दिवपाक जाय की बाबा ही आमकां नाका ही पोस्ट जावं ठक्कर सर वॉन्ट्स टू एड समथिंग आय गेस. हॅलो सर.
No, nothing. I think nothing. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Yes. Among the audiences, participants, Shubham.
Yes, I'm audible.
You want to say something, Shubham?
Yes, Purushottam. I don't know who will be going to give the answer about this, but this is very, very ground level question. We are talking about the infrastructure project, and we are diverted toward from Mollem to Ponda for the coal. That is not the topic, but what I want to ask what that is the infrastructure problem, but very major problem is the economical problem are facing by those rural land people who are situated. Okay, so how we can improve the economy by the we had stopped the construction of the road, which is more, I think, with the as earlier I had spoken about, it is stopped just 3-4 day ago, I think. So how we can develop the economy of the coastal people who are situated just aside the roads?
Hello. Shivam, your question is about improving the economy of the Mollem area, right?
Not
Is
only the
it so?
Mollem area, not yes, yes, because the topic is the infrastructure project in Mollem area, but the economical problem, the highways start from Belgaum to the Panji. It is affected both the states, Karnataka as well as the Goa. So what I want to ask, the construction of the road is stopped due to the violation of the environmental law, something. So is it the good? Is it good or bad? I don't know. We can, if we are violating the laws, then the construction of road is we are winding up. But is it a good? So what about the local people who are suffering? So that is what I want to ask.
Okay. I do not know who is supposed to answer this question here in this forum. Yeah, fine. Thank you.
shall I add?
Sharashchandra sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आता रस्तो रुंद जाल्या उपरांत इकॉनॉमिक एड जातले म्हाका दिसना मोलेच्या लोकांक तरी. हातून जातले जाल्यार एकूच जातले की मोलेच्या लोकांची इकॉनॉमी वचली, लोकांचो धंदो वचलो, कारण 45-60 मीटर रस्तो जाल्या उपरांत मोले हो गांवूच उरचो ना डेफिनेटली. आणि तांकां व्हरून खंय ते व्हरून घातले की मागीर सगळो बिझनेस झिरोच्यान स्टार्ट करचो पडटलो. आणि ह्या लोकांक हे शक्य नाशिल्ल्या कारणान ह्या लोकांक उपासमारी पाळी येतली. सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड लोक सांगू शकता. एक दुसरी गजाल, जर हो रस्तो असोच उरलो जाय आता असं तितकोच, आणि मातशी थोडीशी गोष्टी हेवटेन तेवटेन आम्ही असे सांगितले की इतकं रुंद नाका, पूण एक 20 मीटर रस्तो पासून जर उरलो जाय, 20 मीटर रुंद रस्तो जर दवरलो हायवे, जाल्यार आमी सगळे उरतले, आमची इकॉनॉमी उरतली. and that is more than sufficient. आमच्याकडे ट्रान्सपोर्ट फ्लो जो हांगाच्यान जातलो, तर दॅट इज मोर देन सफिशियंट. हे आमच्याकडे आता ऍट प्रेझेंट जो आसा ताजेर पळोवंक गेलो जाल्यार, आनी फ्युचर पासून डेफिनेटली जातलो. आणि जर हे जालें ना जाल्यार सप्लाय रूल करून केलो जाल्यार आमी डेफिनेटली सप्लाय. आता सगळ्यात फुडें येवं शकना, कारण प्रत्येकाक भिरांत आसा की आपण फुडें जाल्यार आपल्याचेर कितें तरी जातलें. म्हणून हांवें एक कविता वचून हातून मुद्दम तयार केल्ली, जी मागीर आमचे दामबाब मावजेकर आसा पळय साहित्यकार, त्याने वचून मुद्दम रिसायट करून सांगले. कारण आमी जी आतां उलयता पळय, जी आमची इकॉनॉमी स्वता आमच्या पोटार पांय बसता, आनी हो आमचो आक्रोश, आमचो तो भयान मारिल्लो आक्रोश. कारण पळय आमी सत्ते फुडें कांय करूं शकना. हांवें म्हणून ते बरयलें की आमी लाचार मोलेकार, लाचार गोंयकार. रिसायट करून कविता ती सांगता म्हणजे कळटलें एक्झॅक्टली आमची रिएक्शन. आमी प्रोटेस्ट म्हणून न्ही, आमचे पोट गेल्या उपरांत आमी कितें करतले सगळे मोलेकारांचे आसा कळ्ळें न्ही. आनी ताका हांव मावजेकार जे आसा ते साहित्य अकादेमीचे अवॉर्ड घेवपी आसा, तांचेर ही शेअर केली. म्हाजी कविता म्हणून हांवें बरोवन नासली, हांवें फक्त एक उक्तिल्ली म्हाजी भावना, मोलेकारांची भावना एक सांगता. हांवें ती बरयली अशी, लाचार मोलेकार, लाचार गोंयकार. लाचार जाला सत्ते फुड्या, पोर्तुगीज टायमार लाचार आशिल्लो गोंयकार. आता आमच्या लोकांच्या सत्ते फुड्या जाला लाचार. जीप चलोवंक मेळची ना दूधसागरार म्हणून जाला लाचार. 12 जाणांक सर्व्हिसेस दितले म्हणून जाला लाचार. विरोध केल्यार लायट काढून उडयतले म्हणून जाला मोलेकार लाचार. कास्टिकार गोंयकार आसलो लाचार पोर्तुगीज टायमार. पूण पॅन्ट सूट घालून शिकलेलो मोलेकार जालो सत्ते फुडें लाचार. आमी कसलेच गोष्टीक विरोध केल्यार ह्या लाचारी खातीर आणि ह्या लाचारी खातीर आमी आमच्या हिमतीन स्वातंत्र्य मेळूंक शकले ना. आमकां गुलामगिरींतल्यान मुक्त केले ते भारतीय सैन्यान. आमची ही लाचारी केन्ना वतली? कारण ही लाचारीच आसा आमची. आमी खंय विरोध करून गेले, कितें सांगून गेले, आमचे सत्तेचे लोक आयकुपाक तयार ना. आमी कित्या खातीर सांगता? आमी मजेक सांगना. आमकां सत्तेचे विरुद्ध बोलून कितें मेळोवपाचें आसा? आमकां अशें दिसता की आमचे हे सत्तेर आशिल्ले दे शूड बिहेव लायक अवर एल्डर ब्रदर्स, नॉट लायक बिग ब्रदर्स. दे आर थ्रेटनिंग ऑल द टायम. वाय? आमचे हे जाणून घ्या बाबा, आमचे पोट वतले म्हणून लोक आमी उलयतात आनी इकॉनॉमी वतली. आसा ते परिस्थितीन हांवें खूब फावटी सांगिल्लें आमचे आमदार जे जावन गेले तांकां, बाबा तुमी इको टुरिझम हांगा गोंयान हे भागांत तयार करा. मोले सांकोड्या हे एरियेतल्या भागांत हांगा भरपूर एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेट करपाक मेळटा, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयमेंट तयार करपाक मेळटा. कांय केलं ना. आनी आतां अकस्मात अशी तरेची प्रोजेक्ट हाडटा आनी कोणाक सांगता एक लाचारी आमकां लाचार करून सोडटा की तुमकां 10-12 जॉब मेळटले, तुमकां हांगा हे मेळटले ते मेळटले. फक्त फट गजाली. आनी आमकां फटच आसा. गवळी जे थंय आशिल्ले थंय हॉटेल केले. लक्षात घ्या, ज्या जाग्यार आतां जे हॉटेल एक चलता पळय थंय एक गवळी 4-5 जण रावताले तांकां हें धांवणयले. कित्याक वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरी करता म्हणून. नंदन गांव धांवणयलो आनी थंय कॅम्प सायट केला. कॅम्प सायट केल्या उपरांत थंय कांय प्रॉब्लेम जायना. लायटी थंय व्हेल्या उपरांत त्या गांवांतल्या लोकांक लायटी येवपाक प्रॉब्लेम जाता. पण इतके सॅक्रिफायस आमी केले आनी आमी म्हणटा वायल्ड लायफ वाचोवपा खातीर आमी सॅक्रिफायस केल्ले आसा. त्यात ती वायल्ड लायफ प्रोटेक्ट करा. आतां तुमी अकस्मात कित्याक तुमचो स्टँड चेंज करता? ही वायल्ड लायफ काबार करून कित्याक उठल्या? हो आमचो प्रश्न आसा. आनी वायल्ड लायफ काबार करता करता ती 4 पांयाची जनावरां, आमी 2 पांयाची जनावरां आमकांय सपयता. कित्या खातीर? आमच्या पोटार मारता तुमी. हो प्रत्येक मोलेकाराचो प्रश्न आसा. आनी युनियनिमसली ग्रामसभेन ठरयल्लें आसा, हें रिप्रेझेंटेशन धाडिल्लें आसा. पूण कोण आयकुपाक तयार? आनी एजिटेशन करा. एजिटेशन करून फुडें येवपाक लोक भिता. हो प्रश्न आसा.